I know exactly what they want. I know exactly what they want. Just be patient. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me, y'all keep the fame. I want the glory, been that nigga, bitches never ignored me. Rich in spirit, little bitch can't afford me. Day one static, fix it with a 4G, red beam on it. You think I'm recording, kicking front doors, you try to backdoor me. We are not a gang, bitch, we an army. Book a den, you know I don't tell stories. Keep it 100 in enlightenment. You niggas fake baby K name Adonis. Mini Drake, clip curl, but somehow I can shoot it straight. Insta clip, I can shoot 4 minutes straight. Turn this to the Super Bowl if I need to. I can hit your chief up with an eagle. Set you up on the score, but they lied to you. Why you letting them niggas mislead you? My name is my name, power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. My name is my name, power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. You won't see it coming, I move like a crook, a thief in the night. So watch what you put, my aim precise. These bullets 12 inches long, a block away I could take off the foot. Don't ask me no questions if you know my stance. Bitch, I'm the man, so thanks in advance. They mean a rifle on top of a tripod. If they ever tell you I was taking a stand, think I run up on me, but I'm way too advanced. Spinning with choppers, turn you into a fan. Can show you the steps, but won't hold your hands. They thought they could stop me, it ain't go as planned. How I get this far? Cause I took a chance. Really got ranked, keeping it a band. This ain't what you think, better think again. This ain't what you think, you better think again. My name is my name, power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. My name is my name, power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all, y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all, y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all, y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all, y'all created this monster.
All jokes aside, you know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life, this and that for life. I'm on West for life, nigga, this a blood oath. Hey, yo, Madara, here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I'll tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, sin and curse. We can't forgive what's forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I did. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business. This loyalty's a death sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind field. They said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair. They hunt you like Van Pelt, but ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. You take that oath, it's a Dundee. They try to deal death to a priest. You won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand. Just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times and it's death do us part. No. So how you feel about this truth I done shown you? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Ain't no more guess, ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it. I pity those watching life as it goes by. Be giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In pump smoke, never try to. The dead at home, my brother be the dead, it's all I know. In the photo, salute my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told them I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. Now I never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she leave me, said she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. So, how you feel about this truth out of show? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people gon' disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my people. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. This obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles are making it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through in the day of our king's reign, not be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day
you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Everybody should with thug. I can't hear you. It might. I mean, if they're in front of the house, then yeah. Going crazy. If y'all could just bear with us, having a couple technical difficulties, we get it right. Make sure y'all shoot them hashtags, man. UPK last hope, UPK break the chains. Throw them hashtags in the chat, man. The water for y'all hanging on, man. Tabawan, he got one technical difficulty. He gonna reboot it up so we can get it going. All right, you gotta take the stick out the door. All right, he gonna get it going. We're gonna get into these stories, these topics. And again, also the raffle, man. So again, we haven't really been promoting the raffle, so we're gonna push it back to next week. Last time, Shalom. It's the last time we're gonna push it back. This week's raffles is going to be for a t-shirt, right? The Javelin t-shirt the raffles are gonna be $1 per entry. Also, if you was not a part of the last raffle, okay, we had about 3 winners. We had one winner win a whole sweatsuit, and we had about 2 or 3 other brothers and sisters who won t-shirts. So this next raffle, we're going to do the same thing. $1. And if you enter in the last raffle and you did not win anything, if you place another entry for $1, then you'll get the same entries that you had the last time. You understand? And we'll rock and roll it like that. And we'll see what happens, man. That's just our thanks for y'all supporting this show, pushing this truth, man, and, you know, spreading, you know, getting rid of these lies that's been proliferated throughout the earth. Yeah, go ahead. All right. Salaki. Let me see here. Again, the water for y'all bearing with us. Just give us about 30 more seconds. We should be up and running.
$19.99 dirty cop. He gonna hook it up. Come on, Nakawar, hook me up. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Song right here, man. This was hot.
Fuck around with you, boy.
John Dummy make the bill.
Crooked officer, can you get the fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get the fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299. It's wicked as hell. Arresting them for nothing, got them sitting in jail. Look, niggas when they niggas themselves. Supposed to show them the way, instead they show them a cell. Fuck nigga, how the fuck is you a man of the Lord? You pull up with white boys and you put niggas in the back of the car. But you wouldn't last a day in their yard with all them killers. Them lions and them tigers and them bears and them gorillas. Tried to convince a nigga to snitch on his own brother. Beware the purple Israelite group. They undercover, so pussy ass nigga. Regretting that bitch. Tell them take off their badge and I'll bat them in his shit. Crooked officer, can you get the fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get the fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299. False doctrine, a nigga that shot that tranny. The dick pic, the fake pictures on social media, you posing as bitches. The murder on John Morgan, how her body came up missing. That scheming nigga cannot stealing that brother bitch. The marching for the rich, but don't do nothing for the poor. The shit them niggas tried on the Kansas City boat. Them purple niggas tried that same bullshit before. Cap told them bitch Obama holding treatment like a hoe. The shot told them they lightweight, they packed up all they shit. Fuck wrong with you, boy, we meant war around this bitch. Undercover ass, purple badge, and needs to ass bitch. We know cowards only men prepared to die around this bitch, you heard? Crooked officer, can you get the fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get the fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299.
You broke off and created something. God deserves that we stand with him and walk forward. I.S.U.P.K, we strong. We ain't weak. No cowards, bitch.
That's right,
okay? That's how we ride.
That's my favorite part of the song right there. Imagine YAHANNA said, no cowards. But what is this? Sri Kanaka Durga Astrology Center. Whatever this is, this doesn't even seem like you serious. This has to be a troll.
Bro, can you hear me now?
I can hear you loud.
Oh, wait. Okay. Oh. You hear me? Way too loud. How about now?
Yeah, there you go.
Most High in Christ. Is it clear?
Yeah, you about loud and clear now.
Most High in Christ. Good night, bro.
It's loud earlier. Dang.
So like, to see, it's not even using my laptop audio for whatever reason, which I've never used. This like this headset has like a mic, and I guess somehow, some way, is going by this mic or whatever. But I'll just move it, over here so it's not too harsh. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you can hear me.
I'm gonna use mine too.
Good night. Say less.
The headset bros.
Bro, good night. You got what's this on the screen, bro?
Dirty Cop.
Is this a song?
Yeah, you ain't never heard this?
Yo, play that joint. I've never heard it.
Yo, all right, before I play it, for one, Salakia, Captain Taha War, that hit him up. The IUIC is an all-time classic. It's legendary. It's in the books in the Hall of Fame. But Nakawan, brother, I'm going to just play it. This
Most High in Christ.
Lock it to the chat. I know y'all just heard this, but Salakia, we got it.
Yeah, we gotta play it twice. I never heard it.
Come on, man.
1999 Dirty Cop. He gonna hook it up. Come on, Nakawan, hook me up. Go ahead. I'm
sorry. Fuck wrong with you, Lord.
John Diamond made the
Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. It's wicked as hell. Arresting a man for nothing, got him sitting in jail. Look down on us, call us niggas when they niggas themselves. Supposed to show them no way, instead they showed them a cell. Fuck nigga, how the fuck is you a man in the Lord? You pull up with white boys and you put niggas in the back of the car. But you wouldn't last a day in their yard with all them killers. Them lions and them tigers and them bears and them gorillas. Tried to convince a nigga to snitch on his own brother. Beware the purple Israelite group. They undercover, so pussy ass nigga. Regretting that bitch. Tell them take off that badge and I'll bat them in this shit. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. False doctrine, a nigga that shot that tranny. The dick pic, the fake pictures on social media, you posing as bitches. The murder on John Morgan, how her body came up missing. That scheming nigga cannot stealing that brother bitch. The marching for the rich, but don't do nothing for the poor. The shit them niggas tried on the Kansas City boat. Them purple niggas tried that same bullshit before. Cap told them bitch about my holding treatment like a hoe. The shot told them they lightweight, they packed up all they shit. Fuck wrong with you, boy, we meant a war around this bitch. Undercover ass, purple badge and Easter ass bitch. We know cowards on the men prepared to die around this bitch. You heard? Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299.
You broke off and created something. God deserves that we stand with him and walk forward. I.S.U.P.K, be strong. We ain't weak. No cowards, bitch.
That's right.
Okay? That's how we rap.
That's that part right there.
Yo.
That's that part right there. No cowards.
Yo. That joint right there is, I gotta put that in the car, bro.
I'm telling you, man.
I gotta play that in the car, bro. That joint is insane. Shout out to Nakawan. What Nakawan? He in Louisiana?
Yeah, Louisiana.
Down there in Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? Getting it on, man. Shout out to all the brothers, all the Akim, just going at these purple pigs, you know what I'm saying, and just expose them, you know what I'm saying, the way that U.K. can, man. You know what I mean? What's good, bro? What's the word?
Man, we here, man. I'm trying to figure out what the hell this Siri Kanaka
and just expose them.
Dura Astrology Center is talking about.
It's probably some kind of bot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a bot or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody just, some internet person or, you know, whatever, they probably created a bot to try to get people to click on some link or something like that to try to scam people.
Oh, okay. I got you.
More than likely is probably what it is.
Can you delete that?
I can block them.
Well,
At least, let me actually, I don't know if I can block them. Wait a minute, because no, I can't block them. What the hell is this? No, this is trash. Yeah, no, I can't block them because they're on Facebook. On Facebook, yeah.
I thought we had a battle. I got excited for a second.
I bet you did. No sweat, brother. Well, there's plenty of battles. We'll have something. Somebody will come in here talking crazy. Hey, Shalom, YAHANNA, Baraka, thumb to all the brothers. First of all, before I even continue, it's like the water to my brother, officer of 1,000-yard mark, for holding me down. He held it down last week with the Akim. I couldn't make it. You know what I'm saying? I was out of town. You know what I'm saying? I had some technical difficulties starting the show today. That's why we started so late, man. Like, you see, my mic situation kind of just, you know, messed up out of nowhere. He held it down. I thought I was going to come back to the live and you were just going to have like the background with some music playing or something. I come back. This brother got a purple piglet police officer in the background with some fly music playing, trying to battle somebody in the comments. So the water to you, bro, for sure. You know what I mean? Con.
I will buy.
Yeah, man.
What's the word?
I will buy. What's the word? You know what I'm saying? I will buy my guy holding it down out there in Fayetteville. You know what I'm saying? He also he out there in Goldsboro too now, right?
Yeah, he done moved to Goldsboro.
Hey, Most High in Christ, man. Shout out to I.S.U.P.K. Goldsboro, man. Before I forget, to the sisters too, Shalom. Yahweh Shamar Alathun by Hashem Yahweh Shah. You know what I'm saying? Good to see everybody up here in the chat. We're going to have more people coming in here, Lord willing. Make sure y'all sharing this. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all are liking the broadcast, sharing the broadcast, and subscribing to the different channels. Go to Chamber. If you haven't done it already, we know you might be watching on the Goldsboro YouTube, I.S.U.P.K. Goldsboro, I.S.U.P.K. Durham YouTube, or the Facebooks, but make sure you go to YouTube and type in Chainbreakers Podcast and find the actual Chainbreakers channel, and make sure you like it on there as well. Share it from there and subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to do. We want to drive all this traffic, you know what I'm saying, to this show, you know what I'm saying, so we can continue to push this truth. Of course, this is the Chainbreakers Podcast, brought to you by the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. Been in operation since 1969, teaching the truth. You know what I'm saying? According to the, actually, I know why the mic is messed up. Hold up, I'm gonna fix something. How's it sound now, Yarmark? Still crazy loud, or is it what?
It's all right. I mean, you good. You good either way.
Okay. No, I figured out why it was so loud at first. It wasn't the positioning of the mic. I had turned the on StreamYard, I had turned the automatically adjust mic volume off, so I had a manual, but I had it up mad loud. So
got you.
You know what I'm saying? I can just turn it down a little bit now. That should be too wild. If anything, just let me know. But yeah, you know what I mean? So this is Chainbreakers Podcast. You know what I mean? What we do here on this show is all about breaking the chains of oppression that are on our people, the mental chains. You know what I'm saying? They took us off the physical chains, some of us, you know what I'm saying, a few hundred years ago. And we believe that now we are free in this place. But the I.S.U.P.K has been teaching our people the truth. And the truth is we are no more free today than we were in 1852. We're no more free today. We still slaves in this place. Okay. And so we're going to break the chains that are on our minds, right? To show our people the truth about their condition and to show them how they can get out of that condition. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I do this every week with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Captain of 10,000, your YAHANNA, he can't be here today. He has some things he had to take care of. My brother, Officer of 1,000, Kowal, holding it down out there in Fayetteville. He should be on the show maybe a little bit later. And of course, my day one, my brother, Officer of 1,000, YAHANNA, holding it down. This Durham's finest, as we always say.
I'm nothing.
Old City's finest, but guess what? But Goldsboro, he's out there in Goldsboro raising up that zone so well. You know what I'm saying? So Shout out to all the brothers, and shout out to all y'all that are tuned in. We got a couple of stories we're gonna get into for today, but since it's just me and Yaramak rolling, you know how we do, bro. Is there anything you want to start with? I mean, you might have something you seen. I know you be on the, you be seeing
Yeah.
things that don't even be on the news outlets. So what you got for me?
I mean, I've seen a lot, man, but I did want to speak on what you just said as far as the foundation of the show being the chain breakers, and that a lot of us believes that because we're not in physical chains, that we're not in slavery, but we are in fact in spiritual and in mental bondage here in America.
That's
And
right.
I get the sentiment that you believe that because you think that you have freedom because you could go out and you can buy cars and you can pay your own bills and so on and so forth. But here's what you don't understand: like you think you're free because you can go and get that Mercedes Benz that you've been wanting. Here's the problem: you're being forced to buy that Mercedes Benz. It's
That's
not
right.
it's not your choice. Everything that they push on you through entertainment and through TV, it's literally a driving force to get you to spend money to make them rich, to
That's
make
right.
Mercedes rich. Like you don't have the option of buying the black owned car.
That's
You
right.
don't have the option of buying from or living in a black owned apartment complex or working in a black owned government building or facility. You don't have that option. You do have the option to go to BMW though. You do
That's
have
right.
that. You do have the option to go to Nissan or GMC or Buick and buy one of those cars. And by way of the commercials and using rap artists and using songs and movies and infomercial things like that, it pushes you to get on the conveyor belt of societal norms that they want you to be on, which is
That's
why
right.
you are a slave.
That's
You
right.
understand? This is why. Like the national anthem comes on, you stand up. If you
That's
don't
right.
stand up, they treat you like Colin Kaepernick. You
That's right.
understand? If you post Hebrews the Negroes, they treat you like Kyrie Irving. You say that the Jews is black, they treat you like Kanye West. And of course, if you say the truth, then they treat you like the whole Israelite school of UPK, including and Commander Jenny Yohanna, and they say that you're a hate group. You
That's right.
understand? So here we are in America. We can't even teach the Bible. We can't even go on street corners and speak with a microphone and a Bible and teach that black people are the children of God without being considered a hate group. And we haven't done anything. I
That's
mean,
right.
the fact that the Israelite School of UPK is beside the Ku Klux Klan on the Southern Poverty Law Center,
Mm-hmm.
it's that is amazing. That's crazy. You understand?
Con.
Like they literally murdered and terrorized people for hundreds of years.
That's a heavy point.
I.S.U.P.K is responsible for 0 murders,
Zero.
zero rapes, 0 pedophile cases, 0
Zero.
abduction cases, 0 manslaughter cases,
Yeah, zero.
0
None.
anything. But yet we beside the Ku Klux Klan,
Mm-hmm.
and yet we think that we're free to do whatever we want in America. You're free to be a slave. That's what
That's
you're.
right. That's right. Damn right. If I could piggyback on what you're saying, it's so heavy, brother. And eloquently put. And it shows. You know what I'm saying? Again, like you said, just how much of a slave you are as a black man. You just that's a luxury. Being able to freedom of speech is supposed to be something all Americans have, and they swear that we're Americans, but apparently it's a luxury because all we do is use our freedom of speech, and they treat it like we walking around with guns shooting white people in the face.
Good night.
When we don't do that, all we do is go on street corners. We first of all we get permits.
Right.
We're not like groups. We just pop. You know what I'm saying? We cooperate with local authorities to get permits. We can go teach in certain areas. When we don't get those permits, we don't teach in those areas. Right? We also get what else don't we do, Yarmat? We don't go to people's neighborhoods.
Mhm.
We don't go up in the black ghetto and and yell at people, you know what I'm saying, outside of their window on their only day off and make their misery in this captivity even worse. No, we go to the highways and byways and do what we do. But the Ku Klux Klan, they committed murder, they committed rape, you know what I'm saying? They burned crosses, they did all these heinous crimes, and somehow just us talking with a microphone makes us equal to them. That's a slave. Like, you are straight up a slave when that's the reality of your situation. You can't even talk to them. You talking is like, again, like you wielding a weapon. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's funny because we got a few stories that we're going to get into today that kind of talk about that. So don't let me forget that point, because when we talk about the story, there's two stories. One with a brother who was killed in New York, in New Rochelle, which is not, it's not upstate per se, but it's going towards upstate, like past I think it's either near Yonkers or White Plains. It's up there in that area. This brother had was schizophrenic, and he was murdered. He was killed by the police because he went into a store and stole a banana. Went to a store and ate a banana and some grapes, and ended up losing his life in an encounter with the police. Then we got another story of a brother who has a I believe a house or something in a certain subdivision. I can't recall exactly where it is. We'll see when we get to the story. He was fishing in a pond in his own neighborhood, and he was approached 3 different times by 3 different white people asking him questions about, is he supposed to be over here? You know, this is a private pond, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? This illusion or delusion of freedom has to be eradicated. We can never progress unless we get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? So the water for that, brother. There was something else I was going to say, but no sweat. If it comes to me, we'll do that. In the meantime, we're going to get right in. Yeah, Yama.
It was. I was about to ask you, did you see that video or hear about, you know the Island Boys, right?
Yes, the Island Boys. Yeah, the 2 devils.
So, okay, are they devils for real?
I have no. Oh, I assume they were devils. Are they not devils? Were they Hispanic?
I thought that I thought it was confirmed that they were actually not white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but no sweat.
They in the news now because they recorded themselves kissing each other in the lips, in the mouth, sensually.
Nah.
It's on the internet, man.
Nah, bro, that's cap.
You know, Crip Mac.
I know Crip Mac.
Crip Mac did a video on it, man. he funny though. He was just going in on them, calling them custers and telling them that's some custard, what shit to do, and it was just really, it was really nasty, man, to see them two do that. That goes, when you chasing that life, that's the end route, bro. Like that.
No, B.
It's the only way you stay relevant, man. You're gonna have to kiss your mans in the mouth, man.
Nah, I'm looking at the picture right now. This is crazy, bro.
I'm telling you, man. I seen the video. I ain't want to watch it, but they played it. They kissed each other in the mouth.
Oh no.
And they literal brothers. And you see, this is the start, because all of this, like, and I blame like people like Young Thug.
Right.
Okay? Before y'all get on me, because I know y'all love Young Thug and all of that, man. But Young Thug, with his appropriation of certain styles and there's certain ways of doing things, the colored fingernails and the dresses and the long heel, all the stuff he wears, and then the like it was some other video, man, I had seen. It was like these gang members who was like, man, I love my brothers, and they was just sitting there, hugging each other and kissing each other on the cheek and on the forehead and all of this stuff, and as I guess they was trying to show some kind of love for each other. But this is what eventually turns into full-blown raging homosexuality.
Right.
This turns into, you have these low-down homosexuals who are in these rap groups or in these gangs who, when they start to have a little bit of a following, right, they start to try to push the appropriation of that type of lifestyle, getting your fingernails colored and wearing makeup and dressing in women's attire. Eventually, being a Crip or a Blood is going to just be another LGBTQ group.
Right.
This is going to be another gay radical group who is just a gang, but they
good night,
man. And this is what this is going to.
Oh no!
You seeing it? Oh, I ain't see this.
That's not the pic. That's not what you saw.
Hell no! The one I saw, they had clothes on.
Oh my, bro.
So they kissed twice.
It must be a consistent thing.
Look, Crip Mac said it best. He said, "Well, if you just gonna kiss," he said, "you gonna kiss your brother in the mouth like that, cusser, you might as well just have sex with him."
Which I'm assuming that's what they do. I mean, I'm saying, like, to me, like, if you're gonna do this, I assume that you know what I'm saying, like, you would do that too, bro. This is wild.
Is this the video? Or this just a picture?
This is the picture.
Click here for solo. What does that mean?
See, that's what I'm saying. What does that mean?
Oh man,
brother. I hope
that,
the devils. Please be devils. Please don't be Israelites. Please.
good night. That is a link to OnlyFans. That's what that has to be.
That's what that looks like. It looks like a link to, bro. And I'm glad you brought that up, man. We got so many topics. I knew this was gonna happen, bro. But we got so many topics to talk about. But it's funny you say that because this right here, like you said, and I'm gonna bring it to you. Not your man, but a lot of people like him. You talk about Young Thug, but who did Young Thug pattern himself after?
Chris Brown.
No.
Oh
Come
God.
on, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna make it sure. Look, I don't know who he pat himself after.
Wayne.
Oh,
Thug
Lord.
wanted to be Wayne
That
so
ain't
bad.
my man. All right, look.
That's why I said I didn't want to say your man. That's not your man. I didn't say that. But I said a lot of people like Wayne.
Right.
Wayne is a legend. But if you really look at it, what you're seeing on your screen, and I'm not blaming Wayne. I'm not saying that, these two, whether the devils, whatever they are just disgusting, incestuous pieces of garbage. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming that they're actually gay, but they're definitely clout chasing. Go ahead.
I'm not clicking this hoe, but I clicked it enough that you can see that that link is to OnlyFans.
Oh,
I told you,
bruh. You see what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's insane, bro. Here's the thing. Yo. Listen, I gotta say this. Who remembers what Wayne did?
He kissed Birdman.
He kissed Birdman in the mouth.
Yeah, that's
and everybody thought, or some, not everybody, but a lot of people try to make excuses for Wayne. They said, "Oh no, it's black mafia family thing. It's gang stuff." But like you just said, Yarmak, eventually being a blood in the Crip is just going to be an offshoot of the LGBTQ.
I think it is already, because
I heard that too.
Not to cut you off, but I definitely had a brother who was like heavily influenced, like not influenced, but active in gang life, right? And he did some time in prison. And I had told him this story that Officer Mahayah had told me. I ain't gonna name no names.
I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, but basically he said that there was two cousins, and one of the cousins snitched on the other cousin, the bigger homie cousin. The cousin he snitched on had more rank in the gang or whatever. And after they did their time in prison, or whatever the story was, the bigger cousin that got snitched on gave the little cousin two choices.
Ultimatum.
An ultimatum besides getting DP'd and green lighted, which means he just gets beat on every time they see him anywhere he's at.
So DP'd is crazy. Now we know it might mean something else. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, bro.
So the ultimatum was he either had to blow 5 other gang members' rods, or he had to let the older cousin, who he snitched on, have sex with him, basically rape him.
Right. Yeah.
That was the ultimatum. So when I was telling the brother this story, I'm sitting here like, this is crazy. The brother was like, "Oh, that's not surprising."
Right.
Like that's something that they do. Like that's, they don't look down on a man having sex with another man. Like they just don't look down on it. It's just normal.
Right.
I'm just like, okay, so this is a LGBT. This is a group. This is an LGBTQ group.
Absolutely.
That's what that is.
Right. Right. I'm with you. And guess what? Look, again, going full circle. Was Little Wayne? Was he not affiliated with the Bloods? Was that not the thing?
Well, that's the gang I'm talking about, Thabo. That is the gang
he was affiliated with the Bloods, and so is Birdman. Again, I'm not, I don't know these dudes' story. That's just what people said. That was what the people talked about. But a lot of these guys are supposedly gang affiliated, and they keep hearing these little weird things, kissing people in the mouth, all kinds of little strange kind of, homoerotic happenings. As Officer Yarmak just said, it just all comes full circle, but it doesn't surprise me at all. And I'm gonna make my point in a second, but it doesn't surprise me at all when you think about the fact that, again, a lot of these gangs, whether you're in Chicago, whether you're in New York, whether you're in California, New Mexico, wherever you go, a lot of these gangs, they live a lifestyle that's so adverse to just normalcy. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're completely outside of the social norms. And I could only imagine, and also where do they often end up? In prison. And in prison, you know, those social norms are completely, you know, clouded. And so now your big homie, you live out here in Raleigh, North Carolina, or, you know, a High Point, North Carolina, and your big homie is some cat that, you know what I'm saying, from the Bronx, you know what I'm saying, or Compton, that went to prison, you know what I'm saying, North Carolina in 1996. You know, and now he's the big homie, and he's teaching everybody what he learned in jail.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it makes perfect sense that you know, that lifestyle kind of coincides with that other lifestyle. And the last thing I was going to say with the Wayne thing is that, you know, Wayne influenced a lot of these. Even look at the tattoos, man. The Island Boys, man, they got the whole. The first rapper that I'm telling you, bro, straight up. This is me saying as someone a little bit older. The first rapper that I ever seen who had a body full of tats, who had his shirt off every time I saw him, damn near, and had a head full of dreadlocks, was Wayne. He's the absolute first. I never saw no other rapper like that. Again, with all those things together. Not saying other rappers didn't have dreads or have tattoos, but he was the first one I seen that always had his shirt off, always was showing all his tattoos, and had ridiculous giant dreadlocks in his head. You know, and now you look at a lot of these rappers and they look like little Wayne minions, little Wayne clones. And is it a surprise that they've gone from kissing baby in the mouth to now they, you know, full blown making out with their own blood brothers? It to me, it's not surprising at all.
It's disgusting.
You know what I'm saying? This whole
surprising.
culture, yeah, it's disgusting, but this whole culture is just a sham.
How you gonna
absolute
be gay?
sham?
How you gonna commit homosexuality and incest at the same time,
brother? Probably, you know, again, it makes sense. Probably because their first encounter sexually was with their uncle or their cousin. You know what I'm saying? Or some of them, they nasty. You know what I'm saying? If they had a real nasty father, or some family member, because that's another thing that happens that a lot of times we don't talk about. You know.
Double One got cut off. No sweat. But before he come back in, I'll say this too. The other thing, like them, they nasty for doing that, for kissing each other on the lips. But you nasty as hell if you clicked on that OnlyFans link and paid for it.
Oh hell yeah!
You don't get a pass. You understand?
Hell no.
I know you get a treat. Of course they doing it so that they could get more followers and more money.
Right.
Here's the crazy thing about it. D has 1.6 million followers.
That's crazy.
1.6 million. There's 1.6 million men and women in this earth that would rather follow first of all, a terrible rap artist. Let's get that out of the way first.
Trash.
He sucks at his entertainment. He sucks at being a rapper. He's not a good actor. His TikTok videos suck. Everything they're not skilled at anything. You understand? So you would rather follow terrible entertainers, and then on top of that, men who practice incest and they're homosexuals. You would rather, it's 1.6 million of you who would rather follow that than to follow Commander General YAHANNA, who teaches the truth.
That's
Blacks,
right.
Hispanics, Native Indians. That is America. That is Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. So when you have a problem with what we're teaching, you have a problem because we're bringing out the Bible and telling you the truth according to God. But 1.6 million of you have no problem with this man kissing his own brother. And that's just to get you to click the link. God knows what happens when you pay for that link.
That's right.
God knows what you see when you pay for that link. But I bet you want to see it. You don't want to see class, but you do want to see that.
That's right.
You nasty. You right. A nasty, disgusting God. Dang. I land. Good night.
No, that's insane. I lost my train of thought when I accidentally clicked back on the joint. You wouldn't have.
He was attacking you.
Oh, please no, bro. No, hell no. But no, that's absolutely true. You know what I'm saying? It's all. I know what I was gonna bring up next, but I can't remember the last point I was gonna make. But what I was gonna transition into with that, I hate. I don't even want to use the word transition, bro.
Good night.
What I was going to segue
Right, there you
into
go.
was, did you hear about this thing with Adam 22?
Yeah, oh man, I heard about that. I heard about it, and him letting his wife have sex with another man, and they
Brother.
just. But I'm
Now,
glad that he's a white man, so they can
yeah,
do that.
he's a devil. He's a devil, 100% devil, right? But here's the problem. He's disgusting. His wife's disgusting, and unfortunately, that brother who, I'll say this, he's in the pornographic industry. I don't know if he knows better. I don't know if he, has heard, what I'm saying, us speak on it. Maybe he thinks what he's doing is a legitimate, what I'm saying,
Right. He does.
way to make a living, right? And
He
that's
thinks he's just an
unfortunate.
actor.
Right. He thinks he's just an actor, right?
Mhm.
Which I always thought was hilarious. What the hell? Why are you how are you an actor? You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I'm gonna keep it PG-13, but you're actually, that's real. You're having a real orgasm. So
Right.
where's the acting part? I never understood that. But nonetheless, Adam 22, this well-known Caucasian guy who, he has a channel, No Jumper, and he's been in the industry, making, we're doing interviews with hip hop artists, like a DJ Vlad type thing. He's been doing it for a while now, and his channel has grown, and and he's pretty famous. Well, his wife is a porn star, and and they were doing scenes together for a while. He has an OnlyFans as well, which is what made me kind of bring it up. He also has an OnlyFans. Well, right now he's trending because he just let his wife do a scene with this brother who's a porn star, and even people in the world are disgusted.
I think
go ahead.
No, go ahead. You finish.
No, it's just even people in the world, because they know her husband or her boyfriend or whatever it is, are like, oh, this is wild that you are okay or are acting like you're okay. You're a woman doing this with another man. Of course, I haven't seen the scene. I don't watch that stuff, but I'm telling you right now, from what I've seen people say, that brother dug a tunnel in this man's woman. And that's what they saying. They saying this dude carved a tunnel in this other woman's box, and now he has to go to.
He John Henry'd her,
brother. And now people again. He's catching backlash. Could you imagine? Even in America. I got an article here that says Adam 22's porn star wife Lena says she enjoyed having sex with another man in controversial X-rated scene more than sleeping with her husband because it was new and interesting.
You know what, too? With that comment alone, any woman who has either been raped or against being raped, you should take offense to that. You should take offense to that. Because some man had to rape you and force you to do something sexual with them against your husband or against your boyfriend or your man or whatever. And then this woman is just flaunting the idea of just stepping out of her marriage. That to me is crazy. And even here's what I was going to say before. I think even the black dude, the actor, I think even he said something along the lines of it was weird. Like, he was having sex with this man's woman, and the husband was enjoying it. And he was like, I never understood that.
Brother. Brother. First off, let me just tell everybody, watching porn is gay. Let me just make sure I make that clear. Pornography is gay. If you are, whether you're a man or a woman, first of all, it's unlawful. You cannot look upon someone else's nakedness that is not your man or your woman. Okay? But for a dude, and I remember when I was in the world too, and I remember being in the world. Yeah, but I remember being in the world. Yeah, you can make your own. If you and your woman get down, that's y'all business, right? Don't show it to nobody. But if y'all want to do that and then watch it together, hey, get down. But I remember being in the world, and when I was young, when I was a kid, you know, when if I remember if another kid said he didn't watch porn, we looked at him like he was what? Like he was gay.
Right.
We said, "Well, you don't watch porn, man. You gay." That's what we used to say. But but the reality is, you watching another. How is it exciting to watch another man get off? You know what I'm saying? That ain't your rod. She ain't doing none of that to you. So what exactly are you enjoying? It's gay, okay? And this story is so disgusting because I had an encounter. I'm gonna just say this to go back what you just said, Yarmark, about this devil. He was sitting there enjoying watching this black man plow his wife.
Right.
I one time I met a sister, right? I met a sister in front of the grocery store, and you know what I'm saying, and she was all friendly and everything. So I'm talking to her, I'm like, "What's up?" You know what I'm saying? Da, da, da. Like, you know, where you from? Da, da, da. Just talking to her, and I asked her, you know how we do, y'all? I said, are you married? Do you have a man? She said yes. I said, oh, okay, that's what's up. And she's like, yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Oh,
I said, what do you mean by that? She's like, yeah, you know, we have an open relationship. And then long story short, she goes and expounds to me how her husband actually enjoys the idea of her sleeping with other men. And so you know what I asked y'all? I said, he's white, isn't he? And she was like, yeah, he is. Of course he's white. Because that's the Bible says that the oppressor, he's like, what do they say? You know, what's the word? Fornicator. Lest you be a fornicator as Esau. He's a nasty piece of work. The entire porn industry comes from him. That's something white people invented. That's something that oppressors invented. And oppressors think that's, you know, they have this romanticized thing with watching other people and voyeurism and so on. And so to hear this devil,
so them Africans too, you go back and do the research, they had these, I don't know if it's called papyruses or whatever kind of papers and artworks. They had so much pornography back in Egypt, man. It was damn near ridiculous how much they had it everywhere with dogs. And
no.
Orgies just drawn, and people, I guess back then they would just like go to the porn wall and just look at the hieroglyphics of woman blowing rods.
Right, instead of just going home to your wife and getting your actual rod blown by an actual woman. It's insanity. It's disgusting. The sister said it's a disgusting gang. All of these people are sick. They're all sick. You know what I mean? So Adam 22, man, it doesn't surprise me at all. But if I could, this is what I'm gonna say before we get into the story, next story. But this is what I think I was gonna say before. That same little thing we just read, Yarmark, where it says, with another man and controversial expert is seen, she enjoyed it more than sleeping with her husband because it was new and interesting. You brothers out there, you better get ready. These are the kind of women you're gonna be dealing with consistently. The day of, you know what I'm saying, of you just, you know, talking to sisters and getting to know her, and she wants to go out on a nice date and, you know, maybe get some ice cream, or, you know, go to the movies and get some Jiffy popcorn and Raisinets. Them kind of sisters are going to become a little bit more hard to find, because right now our sisters are being influenced by people like this, by women whose husbands allow them to have sex with other men because it's new and interesting, and then go back. Yeah, Yarma.
I'm about to say, and it's gonna get worse, especially if you keep ridiculing Keke Palmer's man. You better allow that man to say what he wants about how his woman dresses.
Exactly.
Because if you watch that with your woman, and she says, I don't think that her man should be saying anything about what she wearing, or I don't think she did too much, really. I don't think she did anything wrong. If you say, oh yeah, right, you right, baby, yeah, like, you know, he didn't need to say that, well then your woman's gonna be butt naked in Usher's hotel room.
That's right.
That's what's gonna happen. And then you shouldn't say nothing.
Yeah,
because you should just be cool and look,
it's just sex.
Keke Palmer's a hoe. And if you wear anything like that in front of any man other than me, then you are following suit with a hoe.
That's right.
That. And then, then women, I guess, would have a little bit more shame about themselves and, you know, not go and be Kiki Palmers and much worse. You understand? What Kiki
Exactly.
Palmer did may have been small spectrum or scale only because Kiki Palmer's not that pretty. But there are other women who've done things with these entertainers that they go all the way for it. And guess what? They have men. They got husbands at home. They got boyfriends at home. Men that they live with that they come back 3 o'clock in the morning because Usher let them go all the way.
That's right.
After he done had his way with a man, of course.
Of
He did have
course.
your woman, and then now you sitting up in here a monster in the world because you got AIDS, and you trying to figure out how in the hell you got AIDS from Usher.
That's
Congratulations,
right.
congratulations, you got AIDS from some celebrity, and you don't even know how it happened. Congratulations. You shouldn't have said nothing about Kiki Palmer's man. You should have stood beside him and maybe have given him some strength to be able to rule over his woman as God had intended for him to do in the first place. That's what you should have did. But
Right.
that's up to you.
Right.
Go ahead. Continue in your Hollywood circle. Have fun.
Damn right. Yeah, this is a disgusting world. It's this is I implore you, you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you better get up in this I.S.U.P.K. Because you know what I'm saying? Scriptures say a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. And these women are getting more and more and more shameless. They have no shame whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? This devil's woman got tossed by another man it's bad enough if your woman just goes to have sex with somebody else for the entire earth to see. And now this is your woman. Again, you think there's two separate things, but Kiki Palmer is being told what? Do you know how many women are telling Kiki Palmer to leave her man?
For who?
That she should for nothing. For nothing.
So you gonna leave your man and get who? Kiki Palmer is ugly. She's not pretty.
Bro, you gotta chill. You can't just be saying that on the Chain Breakers podcast, bro. Like you can't just be saying that. We don't.
You gotta follow me. You gotta follow me.
Okay. Let me hear you. Go ahead.
At this point, Kiki Palmer is like Kiki Palmer. Like no brother in the truth will look at Kiki Palmer and think that she's pretty.
Hell
not
no.
because of how physical she may look. Now, of course, when I'm saying she's ugly, I'm not saying she is the most
unattractive
woman.
I got you. I understand.
In the world. But the way that she's carrying herself, she's lame. She's a
That's
weirdo.
right. That's right.
Like,
You're right.
Go out there and make the TikTok dance. Like you're a weirdo.
You're right.
Your best bet is to stay with the man you got. I know he probably at home like watching that TikTok dance like this weird bitch.
Right.
You're a lame. Like because
She
you
is
have
very
money
lame.
and because you're kind of famous, you get away with it. But really, you're lame.
She is lame. I can't hold you, bro.
Usher doesn't want you.
She's lame as I don't know what.
And I never got that too. I'm gonna land on this too. I never got where women would risk their whole relationship to be with a celebrity that does not want you. Like they would risk their whole relationship to just sleep with a celebrity. For what? What do you get out of that?
I'm gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna break it down, my brother. We can talk about it. We on the Chain Breakers podcast, by the way, man. Everybody, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, man. Get them hashtags going. Break the chains. UPK last hope. Let it be known. Here's the thing, brother. And you tell me what you think if I'm wrong. You said why they would risk it. 2 reasons. Number 1, they're dumb. Women, and I mean this with all love and sincerity. I'm not saying that women cannot be intelligent people. But for the most part,
the women in the school are definitely intelligent.
Women in the school are intelligent. Why? And you can. There's proof of it because they did what? They made a wise decision.
Right.
They came into the school. They got with a priest and prophet of God. You understand? They changed their ways. That's how I know they're wise. I can say it. But women in the world are dumb. They're stupid. And nothing they do is based on any sound logic. Part 2 to that. Because they're dumb and don't do things on logic, they do things based on feelings, and they often want what? We always talk about it, bro. They want validation. They want validation. They just need something to happen that makes them feel like whatever they are in their stupid brain is really who they are. So yeah, of course my man wants to have sex with me. He's my husband. Of course my man thinks I'm beautiful. So when he tells me I'm beautiful, I don't give a damn because of course he's gonna say that, right? But if this celebrity will have sex with me, then maybe I can compete with Amber Rose. Maybe I'm not over the hill. Maybe just because I just had this baby, maybe I'm still sexy. Maybe I'm still what every man wants and desires. You understand? And so that's why they will risk their whole family, their children. They'll risk everything that they got just for that little, it's like a drug, just for that little piece of feeling like, oh man, I am that B word. And they'll lose it all. And then they'll come crying years later, talking about the regrets that they made and how silly they were and how stupid they were. Yeah, it's too late. You're an idiot. Go ahead, Yarmuk.
I said I've seen this happen in real life, man.
Really?
I've seen it happen. Yeah, I've seen we up in the spot with French Montana design. I think I told you this story. Chance the Rapper, and this woman comes with this brother, and of course we up in this spot, and they of course they rich, they got all this money, all these diamonds, all these chains, but when it comes time to leave, the brother tried to leave, the woman tried to stay with French Montana, tried to stay up in like the little
damn
section.
African.
I didn't even know he was African. Good night.
Yeah, he's African.
But tried to stay up in the section with him. Lo and behold, when we end up leaving the spot in Dreas or whatnot, French, he leave with who he leave with. And that broad was outside standing alone, man. And I just remember just being like, damn.
Right.
She tried to choose and didn't get picked. And now she outside looking like some groupie. I never understood that.
Out in the cold again.
You have a man. Why not just stay with your man? French Montana does not want you. He doesn't. Nobody wants you.
Nobody wants you.
With you. Maybe they want to have sex with you, but they don't want you.
Right.
They don't even freaking know you. What the hell makes you think that a man is just like, oh, look at her in the corner over there. I want to marry her and spend the rest of my life with her and make her the mother of my children. He doesn't.
No.
He wants to have sex with you, maybe. And then that's pretty much it. And you're dumb.
And the water, brother. Obviously, Mark. The water for expounding on that. Let me just let the sisters know something really, really serious right now. And I'm gonna be very clear. I hope I'm not ruffling any feathers when I say this. You're not better than other women. You are not prettier than them. Your body is not better. Your breasts are not bigger. Your behind is not bigger. You don't have better skin than them. You don't have better hair than them. They are better than you in every single way you can imagine. They are funnier than you. They have better conversations than you. They're cooler than you. They're better at whatever you think you're good at than you. That is the truth. And the reason why I'm telling you that is not to down you or to make you feel bad. In fact, it's to make you to free your mind. Because guess what? And this is the real heavy part. Men, we don't care. I don't give a damn how well the broad can play the piano. I don't give a damn how much money she spends on her makeup. I don't give a damn about her Jimmy Choo shoes. No man in the history of the universe has ever said to himself,
good night,
I want the one with the Jimmy Choo shoes on.
Brother.
Ever.
Brother. Do you know how many women I've seen wear more chains than me?
Good
they
night.
Got more diamond chains on than me, and I just like, again, if you a sister out there and you want to wear chains, you want to get fly, there's nothing wrong with that
at all.
But if you believe that a nigga gives a fuck about the chains that you have on, or about the designer, like, oh, this right here is Prada, Louis, Fendi. I don't care if it was butt naked. I just want that. I don't care what you got on. You understand? Like, you could be in a Hanes t-shirt and Tim and sweatpants.
That's right.
If you look good, you look good.
That's right.
You know what you did? You wasted your money on that Fendi. That's what you wasted. You understand? You didn't need that to get my attention.
Wasted your money.
You understand?
You could walk around in sackcloth.
You could be in sackcloth. You could be lamenting.
And them brothers gonna be over there like, damn, look at that sad bitch right there.
That's
She
a
fine
fact.
as hell. Look at her shaved head. She is fine, brother. I'm about
That's
to go
right.
give her time tomorrow, and I'm going after that.
That's
You
right.
understand? Like you,
What's the point?
what is the point?
What
Like,
is the point?
Again, if you want to adorn yourself, you want to look good, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you think that by putting on a Cuban link diamond chain is going to attract anybody,
Right.
it's not.
It's not. No one gives a damn. Well said, brother. No one cares, bro. Like, no one cares. Because really, what we talk about it on the show all the time. Really, the reason why you do that is because you're trying to turn yourself in competition with other women. You're trying to, in your brain, there's some mythical woman that all the men want. You think that men want Kim Kardashian because she's Kim Kardashian and she's rich and Botox and she has her own perfume brand and she has money. Let me tell you something. Ray J was go ahead, Yarmouth.
No, go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Ray J was boning Kim Kardashian when she was an absolute nobody.
Right.
I remember when I first heard her name because of that tape, and it was like, who the hell is that? No one cared. Ray J was, he's not, the biggest R&B star in the history of the world, but he is Ray J. People knew him. He's Brandy's brother. He had hit songs and all. He was a celebrity, and he was dealing with her. She's of course not a Israelite, so he shouldn't have been dealing with her. But nonetheless, he was dealing with her when no one knew who she was. She was just one of OJ's lawyer's daughters. Who cares, right? But now our sisters are falling into the trap of thinking that these things matter when they absolutely don't. You want to know what makes you a fly sister, what makes you a bad B word? Is loving your husband. That's what makes you those things. That's what makes you fly. That's what makes you bad. That's what makes you beautiful, even to other men. Now, of course, you shouldn't care about what other men think, but let me tell you something. When you are a real down, loyal woman, other men see that and get envious. They may not say, I want to be with her, but they look and say, man, I want to get me a wife like that.
Right.
I want to find me a woman who's like her. That's what you should aspire for. Not every man wanting to have sex with you because they want to have sex with you anyway. You can walk out your house right now with a pillowcase covering your body, and men will try to have sex with you. Am I lying, Yarmark?
No, you're not lying.
Brother. I mean, that's what it is. Sisters, just learn something. Go ahead, Yarmark.
They paying money to see the island boys have sex with each other. I'm sure they'll have sex.
I mean, word. I mean,
I'm sure they'll get it in with
I don't think they realize how dirty niggas are in the world, Yarmark. Niggas are dirty.
They just don't care, man.
They don't care, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna say this too, and I ain't gonna dwell on it. We're gonna go to the next topic. But I know you seen what I seen, Yarmark.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about it all the time too. I know that when you was in high school and college, you're kind of still in college, but when you see a brother, right? And and pause, no homo. He could be, he's a handsome fellow. He's a regular looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
He might even be a guy that a lot of other women want.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see his baby mama, and you'd be like, "Holy hell! How in the world did that happen?" Sometimes it ain't even that, Huck. I done seen somewhere I was like, yo, I remember this cat was one of the most popular dudes in the hood. He was one of the best hoopers everybody loved him. I go say his name, of course, everybody. And he was again, what they say, he was a handsome fellow. Like he shouldn't have no problem getting women. His baby mother was not a looker at all. And everybody was like, how did that happen? Because no one cares. No one cares. That's it. That's all she did. She just let him in. That's all. You know what I mean? Stop trying to one up each other's sisters. Okay, it's not cute.
You better get that good Wi-Fi. Pay that extra $20 for the extra Wi-Fi,
right?
For them video games to run smoothly. And you understand? And again, let me make this
now we talking
too.
Now we talking.
even though we talking about jewelry and being fly and all of that, that doesn't mean to go put on sackcloth or nothing like that. You don't have to do that. But
Hmm.
absolutely, you know, you could be a clean sister too, man. You
That's
know,
right.
you could be clean. You don't gotta. I remember I seen this one sis from that went to Central, and I remember she pulled up in her car, and it was like cigarette butts and
God
just
damn.
it was you can imagine what I'm saying. Like that she had like the cup holder cigarette butt thing, but like didn't use it. Like she just
Mm,
decided to use the chair and like the gear shifter to hold the cigarette butts or whatever. But I don't know what it was or what she had going on. But you
right.
understand, but you know, be a clean sister, be a clean woman. But as far as all that extra, I don't care what kind of car you drive. I know I
Right.
don't. You know, if you got a Mercedes Benz, cool. That's fine.
Hmm.
If you drive a Honda Accord, don't make me
Cool.
no never mind. I don't give a damn. You understand? But you
Right.
know, be a clean sister. But you know, me personally, I I don't really care for all of that Fendi, Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton. It doesn't do anything.
Hmm.
It does nothing. I think brothers used to say back in high school they used to didn't even really care for the lingerie because they
Hmm.
like they gonna take it off anyway.
Right.
That like you get like that 5 seconds of ooh, that's a nice lingerie. Take it off. Take it off. You just wasted your money on a Louis Vuitton lingerie suit just for it to be on the ground beside the
Right.
trash can, beside the refrigerator hotel room. Nobody gives a damn. But
Right.
no sweat. You know that's between you and your husband.
That's right. Damn right. Well said, brother. Moving right along. Moving right along. I saw something interesting, brother. This is of course off. We have off topic from what we've been talking about. We're gonna go over the time a little bit today because we started late. If that's okay with you, Yarmouth.
I'm good. Go ahead.
Not too much, but I want to talk about some things. So something happened down in Georgia that I thought was absolutely hilarious. Like, funny because again, we're talking about breaking the chains of oppression. Whatever you think is going on in the world, it's a farce. It's a joke. It's not real. So let me show you this picture of this sister right here. Okay,
Hmm.
she's a politician down there in Georgia. Okay, her name is Misha Maynor.
Okay.
Now let me tell you what's so special about Misha. This is very interesting. It says, this is the name of the article. It's from the Root. It says, Democrats put black Georgia state representative in office and then she does this. Okay. What did she do? Let's find out. It says, Atlanta voters will now have a Republican representing them in the state legislature. I repeat, Atlanta voters will now have a Republican representing them in the state legislature. Now, you might be wondering how a Republican managed to squeak through in one of the bluer districts in the country. Bluer district meaning it, historically has voted Democrat. They're heavy Democrats down there in Atlanta, in that county. It says, and the answer is she was elected as a Democrat. Good night. On Tuesday, State Representative Misha Maynor announced that she was leaving the Democratic Party and joining the Republican Party. The move makes Maynor the first black woman to serve as a Republican in the Georgia General Assembly. Maynor's district, which stretches from Westview to Midtown Atlanta, is deep blue, and her former party was quick to call Maynor out for playing a bait and switch with her constituents. Representative Misha Maynor's switch to the GOP is a stinging betrayal of her constituents, who elected a Democrat to represent them in the state legislature, wrote the Georgia Democratic Party in a statement. House District 56 deserves a representative who will do the job they were elected to do. However, Republicans like Congressman Marjorie Taylor Greene applauded the move, welcoming her to the party. On Twitter, Maynor explained her decision by calling it a moral decision, adding, I will never apologize for being a black woman with a mind of my own. See, it comes full circle. You thought we just throwing out stories that have nothing to do with each other. But here we go again, a black woman with a mind of her own. That's the narrative she's trying to spin, Yaramak.
That's dangerous.
ain't that dangerous? It's so dangerous that you might be a Democrat and elect a Democrat to office, and then they just become a Republican and then get mad at you like, hey, you're not going to silence me because I'm a black woman with a mind of my own.
Like, what does that have to do with this? I thought this was politics. What the hell? Who cares if you could be a blue woman? If I voted for you because you a Democrat, bitch, you better stay a Democrat. What? I don't know nothing about politics. I don't know if this is cool to do, not cool to do. I don't really care. That sounds like some crafty counsel to me. That sounds like a well played move to me.
Word.
It should checkmate.
Word. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the smiles? People going to the polls with their ballot, just like taking pictures. Like, I'm voting for. You know what I'm saying? What's her name? For Maynard.
Oh man.
I'm voting for Miss Maynard. Here we go, Misha. Vote me. Like, think about how long the campaign was. She's probably been campaigning for the past 6 months. Man. For 6 months, like, vote for me. I'm gonna take care of your needs. A Democrat, da da da. And black people went to them polls and took the pictures with the ballot. Vote for Misha. Slipped it in, and she said, "Oh, by the way, now that I'm elected, I'm a Republican." Bro.
Yeah, they probably thought she was fine too. They was like, "Ooh, ain't she
Right.
fine too? I'm voting for her just because she's fine."
Right.
Black people vote for stupid things like that.
They do.
Just because you look good.
She probably been a Republican for the past 3 years, but she's just like, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and just say that I'm Democrat so I can get these niggas to vote for me because it works.
She played the infidel. She went up in there and just.
And then she
IUIC the fuck out there.
She IUIC that joint. Good night.
Yeah,
and then go ahead.
And by that, a lot of you brothers in here, we know you in the IUIC for real.
Right, for sure.
We know, we see it but we use you to read at camp.
That's right.
Because whether you're IUIC or not, you can read the scriptures that we tell you to read. But just know that if you're listening to this and you an IUIC informant or FBI informant, we already know. We know that you're an informant. We know, just like we would have known that this bitch was a Republican.
Right.
We know it. So I mean, but be at camp on time.
That's right.
and vacuum the floors and sweep the floors and mop.
That's
and
right.
Whenever you're ready to go back to IUIC, they'll have you, I'm sure.
That's right.
I just want to put that disclaimer out there. Shameless plug, Select.
The water. Yeah, man. But if I could, this is what really is interesting about this story to me. It just shows again how fickle this whole thing is.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have we heard that black people need to get out and vote? We need to go to the polls. We need to have our voices heard, Salakia. Have our voices heard and all of this. Just for you to go to the polls, vote for the person that is down with your party, and they just switch over.
Has this ever been done?
I don't know. It's funny because in the article, they're not acting like it's never happened before. So this must not be that uncommon.
I would like to see the president do that. That'd be hilarious.
That would be interesting. I would love it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. You know. Yeah. Man, America, bro. America. This is a funny place.
It is, man. And like I said, I study American government in college, and like the professor, he worked in the White House. He did a lot of things in politics. Damn that, but he did a lot of things in politics. And as he taught the class, it was very interesting. And this is another side note for those who's in any kind of school, especially in the UPK. If you got children who's in school, school may be boring, all that stuff. I get it. But if you actually apply yourself and interact in these classes that you're going to, it kind of makes it interesting in a way. There is certain things that you can learn that can help better our fight, you understand, and against this oppression. Right. It's a shameless plug. That was something for me. I was never a school man. I wasn't Tabawan. I wasn't getting ready to make the 4.0. You feel me? But once I started actually sitting in the class, raising my hand, answering, interacting, it became a little bit easier learning about Aristotle and and
Mhm.
Socrates and all that other nonsense. Anyway,
Mhm.
back to what I was saying. When he's teaching these classes, it's like he's teaching it without the sense of American pride. Like you would
Mhm.
expect the American government professor to be like proud, like to be teaching about the Democratic Party and the Republican Party and the foundation of our politics and the houses and the senates and all this other stuff. But the way he taught it was just like remorseful. It was
Right.
very like, yeah, in the US we usually only have two parties because the way that the US runs its political voting system, it kind of excommunicates any other party. Whereas in like other countries, let's say they have a green right political party, right? That is, you know, pushed for saving the earth, and they may have a a workers union political party, and someone running for office for the workers union, so on and so forth. Their political systems is more or less, if they get voted into their office, then
Mhm.
they would at least have a percentage of shares with inside of the policies. Like they would still have some kind of representation. In America, there's only just one.
Mhm.
And so it's almost like this. I know I'm probably not explaining it correctly, but it's almost like this. Let's say Tabawan is running for president, and his party is of green life. He's for the earth. He's trying to push policies that save the earth, that
Mhm.
saves the ocean, that saves the ozone layer, so on and so forth. At some point, he is just going to get wiped away because everyone's focus is what America tells you to focus on, which
Mhm.
is Democrat, Republican. And because you're focused on those two, a lot of people don't even know that there are many parties that you can vote for to be in the office of presidency, to
Right.
be in the office of Senate, to
That's
be
right.
Congress. There are many parties, but you don't even know about it because, again, like we said in the beginning, you're a slave, and
Mhm.
they tell you to vote either Democrat or Republican. But now, if Tabawan is running for Green Works or Green Life,
Mhm.
eventually, at some point, the followers who are voting for Tabawan, let's say he has 2.8 million votes, right? Which is nothing compared to the Democrats or Republicans. Him and his followers have to push to go to either the Democrats or the Republicans.
Right.
Because if they stay voting for Tabawan, and let's say they generally would be Democratic. If
Mhm.
they vote for Tabawan, then that's 2.8 million votes that don't go to the Democrats, and everybody who voted for Tabawan then is void. The Republicans win by 2.8 million votes.
Right.
So now America is pushing you, is funneling you into voting for the Democrats. And now the Greenworks division doesn't get any representation. You have to, it's like choosing, pick your poison pretty much.
Right. Pretty
You know
much.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got to pick your poison, and then you vote for a Democrat who then turns out to be an actual Republican.
Right.
That's your life.
That's
You
your
thought
life.
you thought your vote mattered.
That's your life. You're a slave.
You a slave.
Straight up. Straight up. Moving right along. The water for that, Officer Yarmok. You know what I'm saying? Ever the scholar. You know what I'm saying? Breaking down these. What?
I hate school.
Good night. I can't tell. So moving right along. Here's a story. So that was intriguing. Again, just to show you the difference. And again, how just our condition in this place. All right. So we talking about black mothers here now. We just spent some time talking about how black women are being taught to we want to be independent, and you don't need your man, and you should go and grind on Usher at his concert in Las Vegas with your butt cheeks out. Imagine. Okay, did you imagine? I could not imagine. I wouldn't want to imagine. You know what I'm saying? If I have a woman, what's the whole point is I have a woman. The scriptures say that he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. What's the point of having a woman if everybody can have my woman? Again, we've grown up in this horrible age of pornographic decadence. And so now you think seeing a woman's behind is just par for the course. Like it's not a big deal. That's a big deal. This is a very big deal. All right. But what they don't teach our women, It's about some of the disparities when it comes to actually how we live in this place. This is a story. Shea Room talked about this. It says Los Angeles hospital under federal civil rights investigation for alleged mistreatment of black mothers. Okay. Let me get this picture up on the screen here. Bear with me just a moment. Make sure y'all liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Do not forget to pay your tithes as well to the I.S.U.P.K. As you know what I'm saying? Let's push this truth. Here we go. Like, share, and subscribe.
Hey, Salagi.
What's up?
I got Officer Dawada and Officer Thabawan Bangad that done confirmed that they believe that the island boys are actually Cuban. So they would
Okay.
be Israelites. God
No
damn.
sweat. Damn it. No sweat. If they are, let me tell you something. If they are Israelites, then them brothers are cursed. They are under a horrible, horrible curse from the oppressor, and it's disgusting. And they probably got molested and all, and you know what I mean. They probably got forced to do those kind of things when they were children. If they're devils, then that's just how they are naturally. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying?
They need to go to class.
They need to come to class
under the sea though, in the Titan with the submarine. They go to class.
This guy's crazy, man.
Teaching live from under the ocean.
Imagine. No sweat. Yeah. So out in Los Angeles, man, a hospital is under fire, man. Can y'all see it? This is what Sinai Hospital. Yeah.
What about Sinai?
I feel like every hospital is named Mount Sinai, something Sinai. There's so many Sinai hospitals, bro.
I don't get it though, because like I thought America was America. Why do you have a pyramid on your dollar? Why do you have obelisks? I know this is way off topic, but why do you have Mount Sinai? Like, why don't you have the Grand Canyon on the dollar bill? Why not?
Because
Niagara
the Grand
Falls?
Canyon is not majestic enough. Because remember, as we both know, America is Rome, so they have to pay homage to their daddy.
I mean, I get it, but I just food for thought. America, I thought
Definitely
was alone. I thought it was the world's greatest country.
No, you're right.
But it seems like they give reverence to a lot of different countries. Too.
Right.
I'm gonna land my point.
And then you're absolutely right. And then if you think about it, and then even their imagery when you go, I was just up in DC. When you go to DC and you see their statues and their monuments, like you said, they have the obelisk. You know what I'm saying? They have all these things that kind of harken back to ancient Greece and ancient Egypt. Even the way the presidents are seated, it harkens back to old Roman and Greek statues. Even in Egypt, same thing. And you say, why do you have Abraham Lincoln sitting in a giant chair, like some kind of, so this is just some kind of Greek emperor or something like that? Why is he not like grazing in the grass, in the plains, in in Idaho or something? Because this is their connection to the past.
Or whipping a slave.
Or whipping a slave. Well, they do have that one statue.
Which one?
Of don't they have the one? Is it Lincoln? Don't they have that one statue where the slave is like at his feet?
I don't know. They need to produce more of those.
Well, they have the one. Remember, they got the one with I think it's Teddy Roosevelt on the horse with the Gadite and the Judite on one side and the Gadite on the other side. And then they do have another statue where somebody is like there's like a slave at his feet.
I like those statues. Those are the ones they need to put in Washington, D.C. Like, tear Martin Luther King down and put a 60-foot statue of you hanging a nigga. Like, put that up. That up. You understand? That's
Imagine.
I can imagine. I think it would be glorious.
I'm with you.
I think it would be very honorable for America to do. Because
we should petition. We should petition to see that.
I'm going to do it, Thabawan, though. So it wouldn't be no hard feelings. I would understand it. Like, this is your country.
Right.
You're in power. You have every right to hang a 60-foot statue of you hanging a nigga on a big oak tree. They should make a nice big oak tree and make it. They could even put apples on the damn oak tree if they want to. They can do whatever they want. They can make it out of gold. Just do it, because I'm
right.
gonna do it. I figured I'm going.
Yo, what?
Moving on.
No sweat, but when you get started on that work, let me know.
No
I'm
sweat.
intrigued.
Oh, we started on it already. We've been starting
Oh,
on it since
man.
1969 under Commander Jenny YAHANNA, Israelite School of U.P.K. We've been started on it. Just so you know.
Damn
So
right.
I suggest you guys fight back. Just
Damn right.
stop arresting and murdering senseless blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians who are doing nothing but trying to be good slaves to you.
Right.
Stop being monsters to them.
That's right.
You should focus your hate to us.
That's
what you
right.
should do. You should
That's
get
right.
with the Southern Poverty Law Center. And you should focus your hate to the men that actually serve the Lord.
That's
because
right.
we are against you.
That's
the men
right.
The men that you shoot in the back 12 times and they're unarmed, they're not against you. They're with you. We're trying to save their lives and they're with you trying to fight against us, and you do them harm. You hate black people who stand for the national anthem, who stand for the American flag, who celebrate the 4th of July. They're with you in your policies. They go and vote so that your political leaders can be in office, and you harm them. You shoot them in the back. You take away health care for them and leave them out to die on the streets of Los Angeles, which is what we're talking about right now, where homelessness is at an all-time high. You hate them and they're with you. You should just take your hate and put it against the Israelite School of U.P.K.
That's right.
Here's the problem. You know that the Lord is with us, which is why you try to send your FBI agents up in here.
That's
and
right.
It doesn't work.
That's right.
I suggest you put some more money into it. Pay a little bit, pay better actors because they're poorly trained.
Right.
I land my plane.
Damn right. Well said, brother. Well said. Yeah, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Do what y'all do, man.
Be all you can be.
Be all you can be. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, we're going to bring out the reality of this place and show our people just what is actually going on. I know you hate us for it, but we have no choice. This is what we've been,
They're going to drop a bomb on my house.
Hey, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Drop it.
Make me a martyr.
Yeah, drop a bomb on y'all Mock's house. Do it. I dare you. Do it.
My niggas is going to war.
Hey, man. Here we go. It says
corner, of course, Salakia. For the FBI listening, on the street corner, teaching with a Bible and a microphone, telling you that you're the devil that the Bible speaks of because you dropped bombs on Officer Yarmak's house.
Right.
Just for the FBI listening. We don't commit any crimes, illegal crimes, or any crimes at all in America for the FBI that's listening, and also for IUIC.
That's right. And of course, do not drop a bomb on Officer Yarmak's house.
No, fuck that. Do it.
Ever. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That would not be wise. All right. All good. Here we go. A civil rights investigation has been launched amid complaints of mistreatment from black mothers who give birth at Cedars Sinai Medical Center. The federal probe comes after Charles Johnson IV filed a lawsuit against the hospital in 2022. The civil rights suit was brought about following the 2016 death of his wife, Kira, who was at Cedars Sinai to give birth to their second son. Kira Johnson ultimately died from massive internal bleeding after a routine cesarean section, autopsy records show. Damn. According to ABC News, before Johnson's death, her husband pleaded with medical staff to provide her proper care after noticing blood in her catheter. However, his pleas were allegedly ignored, and his wife was only attended to 10 hours later, contributing to her passing. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services says they are working to ensure equity and equality in healthcare. It's a quote, "Maternal health is a priority for the Biden-Harris administration, and one in which the HHS Office for Civil Rights is working on around the country to ensure equity and equality in healthcare," an HHS spokesperson told ABC News Wednesday. "To protect the integrity of this ongoing investigation, we have no further comment." The spokesperson added that the medical center is concerned about the disparities in maternal care between black and non-black mothers. Cedar Sinai clinicians, leaders, and researchers have long been concerned with national disparities in black maternal health and we are proud of the work we've done and continue to do to address these issues in Los Angeles as well as at the state and national levels, the spokesperson said. Bear with me just one moment here.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers. How many black women are dying from childbirth compared to non-black women? The numbers certainly support a racial disparity, according to a recent Centers for Disease Control report. In 2021, the maternal mortality rate for non-Hispanic black women was 69.9 deaths per 100,000 live births. That's nearly 3 times the rate of non-Hispanic white women. Those rates increase with age, according to the agency. Meanwhile, maternal death rates for black women in the United States have continued to spike for decades. The CDC ultimately found several factors behind such racial disparities, which included implicit bias and structural racism. This is not my words. This is not the I.S.U.P.K's words. This is not something that we just, made up and wrote down. This is their words about what's happening in their hospitals and their clinics when it comes to black women. You can look it up. This is on the Shade Room right now as we speak. The hospitals seek solutions for disparity, including $2.2 million in grants and training on unconscious bias. A spokesperson said Cedars-Sinai will be distributing over $2.2 million in grants to nonprofit organizations that deal with racial disparities in childbirth mortality rates, according to ABC News. The hospital will also hold annual training on unconscious bias to address the growing racial disparity in maternal care. The spokesperson added that the medical center will work with the California Maternal Quality Care Collaborative to create standardized treatment protocols for the most common causes of maternal morbidity and mortality, the outlet reports. According to ABC News, Johnson has since shared a statement regarding his efforts for hospital reform. More paragraph, we're going to get into it. My hope, or this is the end actually, last quote, my hope is that this will have an impact not only on what's happening at Cedars-Sinai, but other hospitals across the country. A very sad thing for a brother to lose his wife, basically to neglect. I didn't see anything in that article about anyone getting sued for neglect, malpractice and so on. But Officer Yarmouk, my brother. Now, those who do not know, my brother, Officer Yarmouk, just welcomed another child. Congratulations, of course, to Officer Yarmouk. Congratulations, bro. Wow. You know what I'm saying? This brother right here, I don't even know how to word it. I'm pretty sure someone else will be pregnant next week. This brother right here is he just cloning himself over and over again. You know what I'm saying? They say like father, like son, but you have never seen that more true than with Officer Rock and Officer Yarmouk. You know what I'm saying? These brothers is making it happen. You know what I'm saying? So again, congratulations for that. But brother, as somebody who has has had a few children over the past few years, and you've seen how these things go firsthand multiple times. You know what I'm saying? I of course I have my one son. I've seen it once. And even that one time that I went up in the hospital, I wasn't very fond of how things went. But can you speak on this? Because I imagine it's close to you in some regard. Obviously, you haven't encountered, what I'm saying, Most High in Christ, the unfortunate events that happened to this brother and to his rib and his family. But the disparities between how our people are treated, our women are treated in these hospitals, versus how oppressors and so on are treated in these hospitals, the outcomes in these hospitals, mortality rates in these hospitals, and so on. What does it say to you that that even they can't even hide it? They're saying blatantly, yeah, there's a disparity that needs to be fixed.
Well, I mean, for one, it's not even just in the hospitals that black women are treated hatefully and wrongfully, or even black men for that matter. Black families as a whole is treated wrongfully everywhere.
That's right.
But when you go into these hospitals and you understand, you already looked at as the scum of the earth, or you already looked at as, just less than, because what's the point of giving birth to this black baby?
Mm-hmm.
What's the point for them to do what? And here's what black people got to understand, that question is very valid.
Mm-hmm.
That question is valid. What are we doing? What are we giving birth for? What are we raising our babies up for? To be
Mm-hmm.
what? To be the next drug dealer, to be the next drug addict, to be the next Christian liar or Christian pastor? What are we doing? And so when we start asking ourselves those questions, then we'll start realizing this, that we raising our babies in a cesspool, you understand, here, and teaching them to be monsters and raising them to be monsters.
That's right.
But then when we find the truth, when
That's
we
right.
find out that blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians are God's chosen people, and we're supposed to be serving
That's
the
right.
Lord in the Israelite school of UPK, well then things like this will start. They will start to decease, because let me tell you one thing, and again, pray for that brother and his family. You understand? I hope the Lord sends him peace in some way, in some way. But the Lord sends us all peace in this way. That would have never happened if they was in the Israelite school of UPK.
That's right.
You understand? It'll never happen. And that's the comfort that you can find in your life. And that's what, like I said, with all things. You understand? You an elderly brother, and you find yourself going in and out of the hospital. Of course, you could be victimized because of the color of your skin, because of who you are and what you represent. And you could be victimized, but not if you're in the Israelite school of UPK.
That's
You
right.
can't there you can't be a soldier under Commander Jenny Yohanna and be victimized by some hospital. Without that hospital being surrounded by more brothers than you can count.
That's right.
And not even just about the numbers, but brothers who would give their life for you.
That's
And
right.
them doctors and them nurses and understand them, the front desk lady, she better understand that. She has to know that they are now dealing with something that is more fierce than the US military. That's more fierce than any foreign army that you can ever find. They're dealing with brothers who love each other.
That's
Brothers
right.
who would die for each other, not because we signed a contract, not because we signed some paperwork and we got to be in this thing for 2 years or be in this thing for 4 years.
That's
We
right.
doing this thing because we love each other.
That's right.
And if black people had that same sentiment towards each other, then black people would not have to deal with this. This is why your Christian church has destroyed you, because they have not taught you how to defend your family, how to defend yourselves in this place, in the hospital, inside of the real estate office, inside of the interview, inside of the fast food restaurant, inside of the Starbucks, inside of the malls. You don't know how to defend yourself because you don't know how to do what God said to do to make sure that you will become a nation unbreakable by those who want to murder you.
That's
And
right.
this place wants to murder you. America wants to murder blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And without you standing together and building a fortress on a foundation that God gave us, then they have free will to allow your babies and your baby mothers to die at Mount Sinai Medical Center. It's going to happen. More babies are going to die because they would never have to answer, because they didn't kill a nigger. They didn't kill an Israelite or a brother from the tribe of Judah's baby. They killed some American. That's all that happened. For
Right.
them, their conscience is wiped clean. Why? Because they didn't just mishandle the children of God. They didn't just mishandle the children of the Israelites, the children of the slaves who know who they are, who stand together in this fight. They just, it's just another American.
Right.
It's just another. They don't see color. They don't, in their mind, you see this as an attack on black people, and you should. You should see this as an attack on black people. But for them, they don't see it as an attack on black people. It's just a number. It's just another person. They don't see the color. Well, damn it, you have to make sure that they see it. You have to make sure that they understand that if they mishandle you while we are visitors here, while we are visitors into their hospital, visitors into their stores, visitors into their establishments, that they have to treat us with some sort of respect. Otherwise, the rest of us is going to take that as a sign of war against our people. And the second that we start to stand together for that, the same treatment that the Israelite School of UPK gets inside these establishments, you'll begin to get the same.
Right.
You'll begin to be able to live and to give birth and to have your children and to not have to have your wife die because she's being mistreated inside these hospitals. But of course, You rather be alone in that Christian church. Where's the Christian pastor? Where's the pastors, man? Where's the Black Panther Party? Where's the Nation of Islam?
That's
Where they
right.
at?
That's
You got
right.
all the money in the world, all the resources. Where are you at? You know where to be found. You understand? You brothers and sisters out there in the world, you better wake up. You
That's
better
right.
stop thinking that this is a joke and that this is just some game that we live in. This thing here that we call life is very precious and is very vulnerable because of the nation we was born to. And because we was born into the nation of God, the nation of Israel, the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, because it's so vulnerable, we have to stay together because that's the only way we won't break.
That's
It's
right.
the only way we can defend each other. You understand? And if you think I'm lying, then no sweat. Keep having babies. Just go do it. Go have sex. Go be some Christian. Go to church on Sunday. Go
Right.
sing and dance. And then go be mistreated by the rest of the world out. But
That's
me and
right.
my brothers in the Israelite school of UPK, we won't. And I won't have it. You can't do that to my brothers. I pray you understand. I yield.
Damn right. Well said, bro. Well said. Most High in Christ, man. Moving right along. We know we right at the time. We're gonna go over for a few more minutes again. We had some delays earlier in the show. You know what I'm saying? So we couldn't say what?
That they deserve it.
They deserve what? The delays?
They deserve the full 2 hours. They deserve it.
Damn right. Damn right. Let's see what we got here. All right. So we're gonna try to pause. We're gonna try to squeeze two. Okay.
Shout out to
bro.
everybody tuning in, man.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah,
out
for
to-
sure.
Hey, man, don't be a fly on the wall, man. This is an interactive podcast. Type in the chat. Say
Right.
shalom. Say what's up. Say what's good. You understand? Say what's cracking if you're a crick. Come on, man.
Yeah.
We with you, man. What's cracking? What's all that, man?
What's popping?
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
say it.
Say it in the
You know what
chat,
I'm
man. We
saying?
out you out in the chat, man. Y'all watching, you might as well come get down with you brothers, man. I hope y'all got something to drink in your hand, something to eat. I hope y'all living good. You understand? And I hope y'all in the truth, man. Standing strong.
That's right. Damn right. Well said, brother. Yeah, we're gonna try to squeeze a couple more joints in here. Paul, the next thing I want to talk about, I thought this was insanely ridiculous. Go just look at this. You know what I'm saying? What I.S.U.P.K, what do you say at the beginning of a No Vaseline? Here's what they think about you.
Yeah.
This is what they think about you.
You
know what I'm saying?
We need that. We need that. Here's what they think.
Here's what they think about you. No, bro, I got a new joint, man. I got my new joint, man. You know, the music is coming. I had to pick up something. I had to pick up a new machine.
Let's get it.
So,
man.
yo, bro, I'm be using this for different things, and I'm trying to get it integrated into the show where I can use my pads and everything to trigger different sound effects and stuff.
Put that one up there. Here's what they
Mhm.
think about it, and then put Commander General YAHANNA when he said, "We strong, we know
Right.
cowards, bitch." Put that one up there.
No, for real, dead ass. I'm gonna be using these, and not just for my music, but also to trigger different things during the show. I just gotta get my setup right. But yeah, it's like I told you, man, all the way, man. We putting our resources and everything to build the show up, man. I know y'all see it in the background. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see it's not, we didn't change the logo, but we do got a flyer or whatever. I'm gonna keep working on the flyer to get it even cooler and better and better. But we do have a flyer, so make sure, you know what I'm saying? Again, y'all keep sharing and liking and everything y'all doing and putting them hashtags, all of that. Yeah, it's in the background, man. I would have to kick us out for y'all to see it. You know what I'm saying? Actually, hold up. Stop. Turn your camera off. You're on my.
I got you.
There you go. Look at that, and you can still hear us.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, man. Chainbreakers podcast, baby. You already know the vibes. You know what I'm saying? So Most High in Christ. Yeah. So we're gonna get into a couple more things, right? So this next topic right here, right? I seen this.
Shalom, all right.
Hey, shalom, I don't want you. How about you, man? Damn right. Chainbreakers is a black-owned business. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of black-owned business, shout out. Have y'all gotten y'all pair of Javelin sweats yet?
Come on, man.
If you don't know, Javelin sweats makes the finest fabrics known to man.
That's it. Man.
The finest linen that you can get is by the Javelin brand. You understand? They specialize in all kinds of wares, right? They got hoodies. You understand? You
That's
see
it.
that? You see that logo right there? Look at that. Look how
That's it
suave
right
that
there,
is.
man.
That's it. You can get them in different colors. You can choose your own color for your main color. Then you can
Mhm.
also choose the color for the logo itself. This is what we call it season one. What you call this, Yarmak?
This is season 1, the Armory.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It was
Season
deemed the
one.
title, the Armory.
Mm-hmm. The
But
armory.
right now we clipping up. You understand? We getting the ammunitions, we getting the weapons, we getting
Mm-hmm.
everything ready. You understand? So yeah, this the Armory. We're gonna come out with season 2 really shortly. I know it's still hot outside, but this the point. That's why
Yeah,
we in the Armory right now. We still in the AC. But
that's
when it
right.
start getting colder outside, we're gonna deploy. That's gonna be
That's right.
season 2. Deployment.
Damn
You
right.
understand?
Damn right. Get yours today. Get yours
Mhm.
today. I got mine. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be real cool, even though, yeah, it's hot outside. But when you get in the club, you get in the bars, and you get in certain places,
Oh
man,
yeah.
that AC be
Oh yeah.
blasting. You know what I'm saying?
Forget
So
about it.
you gotta, there's nothing but a short walk from your car to the door of the club. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get your javelin sweats, man, or your shirts, all of that, man. I know what you're asking. What fabric is that? You think it's only wool and rayon. But nah, man, this is something that you never seen before. So make sure y'all tune in and plugged in with Officer Yarmak. He gonna hook it up. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right, man. Hey,
Had
yeah,
to make sure I say that.
we also got the long sleeve sweatsuits, the long
Mm-hmm.
sleeve t-shirts, the shorts. We got the hats coming through. Them trucker hats is coming through. I'm telling you, them trucker hats is they
Ooh.
filthy, man. Look, I'm telling y'all, man, y'all better get down, get with it. Hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on Instagram, call my number if you got it. Let's get
Let's get
into it,
it.
man. And again, next week we doing a raffle, $1 raffle. Send in $1. We're gonna do the raffle live on the Chain Breakers podcast, and we're gonna see who win. You understand? T-shirts. Who knows that one? I might do more than one. Do
Ooh
two.
wee.
I do three. I might throw a hat in there. Who knows? You
Right.
understand?
Oof.
Come
I'm gonna
on,
have to
man.
put I'm gonna have to put, you know what I'm saying, get a couple of them tickets, man. $1 raffles out.
$1 raffle.
$1 raffles, bro. You can't beat it with a stick.
You
Pause.
can't, man. Tuning
You
in from
can't beat
Florida.
it.
Tina Evans, what's going down, sis?
Shalom, sissy. How Shemona thought about Shemal Shah? What's going on?
Most high in
Yeah,
Christ.
man. Y'all better get down with that Javelin Sweats $1 raffle coming up next week. Again, get with Officer Yarmont. They can send it to the cash app from last time, right?
God, same cash out.
Same cash app. Profit 144.
Oh yeah,
Profit 144.
and one last thing too, just to show y'all how generous. I ain't gonna say generous. I ain't gonna say that. Just how unlike the white man we are, man. If you enter into the raffle for the last one and you did not win anything, of course we had what 3 or 4 winners, I
We
think.
did. We did.
We had one winner win a full sweatsuit. We had Maya Shaw, Sister Lawaya, and Sister Anawa who won T-shirts. So now their raffles is out. But if you did not win anything, if you re-enter with just $1, then you'll get the entry for that dollar and all the other entries that you have for the last one. So pretty much you still in the game. You
That's
understand?
right.
So
Come
you
on,
know
man.
you ain't even losing out on your money. It's still there. We good to go. That's all you gotta do to send $1. You activate it. Come on.
Damn right. Say less, bro. Yo, it's gonna be glorious, man. Again, the water, the overseer yard mock. Shout out to all the Akim, Akwati, and tuning in with us, man. Y'all making the show again. We slowly but surely, man. We charging along. We getting more and more fly with it. What we got right there? Of
That's
course,
good.
you see the, you know what I'm saying, the man in the myth himself, Officer 5,000. I rock. You know what I'm saying? That Hummer was not there before. He didn't have no Hummer. He put on the Javelin sweats, and then poof, a
Hey,
H2 Hummer was right there, bro.
it popped up, man. That's it,
It
man.
popped up. You know what I mean? Say less, man. Most high in Christ. Moving right along, man. What we got here? Oh, this devil. Yeah, let me see if I can run this video. Is it a video? Let me see. Let me see. It may not be a video. Hold up. Okay, I got this right here. Bear with me just a moment, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I got the video, but I want to. Okay, so I'm gonna read a little bit, and then I do have a video to run with it. Okay,
You see that?
so
What it? He said, yeah. You read that. I don't know.
I'm not reading that up.
Why not? Yeah. I guess he meant B. Bless. You put a V instead of a B.
Illuminati Radio. What?
Hey, look. I'm telling you, y'all better get into them raffles, man. Y'all better get into them raffles. We just got Sister Tatiana. Let me see something. Yeah, Sister Tatiana. I got your entry. $2.
Damn right.
Got two
That's 2 entries.
man. She in there.
Increase your chances.
Y'all better get in there. I'm trying to tell you.
Don't
hurt yourself.
Illuminati Radio. I don't know who that is, and I don't know what Veles mean. I think you're trying to say bless. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you're saying, I'll just say shalom. But I don't know what ahaya means. I think I know what you're trying to say, but
Yahweh.
That's not correct. But that's no sweat.
Get in class, Hawk.
Yeah, just get in class.
If you're a brother.
If you're a brother. But when you got Illuminati Radio, I don't know, you might be an oppressor.
It don't matter. If you're trying to battle. Don't bless us.
No, but I'm just saying, if you're an oppressor, don't come to class, because you're going to waste your gas.
Don't come to class, but I'm trying to battle. So like it, I know you're trying to go. I'm trying to battle still.
No, if he got something he want to say, then it is what it is.
No sweat.
You know what I mean? But in the meantime, so we got to get the story right here. It says, bitter right-wing college dropout Charlie Kirk claims Michelle Obama, Joy Reid, got into Harvard because affirmative action let them push deserving whites aside. So affirmative action has been a big topic or whatever. So there's a podcaster named Charlie Kirk, some devil. It says he took to his platform to claim several prominent African-American women stole their seats in Ivy League schools from more deserving white people. The founder of the Turning Point USA Conservative College activist group further asserted that people like Michelle Obama, Joy Reid, and Ketanji Brown Jackson needed racial set-asides to gain their elite university admissions because they did not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. That's a quote. On an episode of The Charlie Kirk Show on the Real America's Voice Network, released on Thursday, July 13th, he said, if we would have said that Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Representative Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called a racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Kirk continued to drag the women, stating that he and his listeners all know that they don't have, and a quote, have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. Here's a quote. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously, he said. We know it's very obvious to us that you are not smart enough to be able to get in on your own. Affirmative action, by definition, is a policy that aims to promote equal opportunities by providing intentional outreach to groups that have historically faced discrimination, according to Cornell Law School. The policy was defined to, end quote, eliminate unlawful discrimination among applicants, remedy the results of such prior discrimination, and prevent such discrimination in the future. For candidates looking to go to school or work in certain professions or industries that have traditionally left people out based on race, creed, color, and national origin. Reid explained how she benefited and was disenfranchised by the policy. I got into Harvard only by affirmative action, she confessed, saying she went to a high school that no one ever heard of. We're going to get this video, and then we're going to just get into it.
And while you're doing that, hey, shout out to Nadayab. He sent in $4. You got 4 entries. I think you had some entries from last week, too. Mm-hmm. So you got all your entries, Nadayab. The water to you.
Damn right. The water, Nadayab. Okay, I'm going to run this video. I hope everybody can hear it. I might have to do it again. Can you hear it, Yarmak?
It's low. It's very low.
It's very low. Okay, let me do this again. Let me do this again.
You want me to look it up and see if it worked on my end?
It shouldn't be. Oh wait, I think I know what to do. Let me
fine.
try this.
All right.
How about now?
It's very low.
Even still?
Let me just be clear.
There we go. There we go.
Only because of affirmative action.
Right. Yeah, that's what I wanted. All right, let's hear it.
Well, let me just be clear. I got into Harvard only because of affirmative action. I went to a school no one had ever heard of in Denver, Colorado, in a small suburb. I didn't go to Exeter or Andover. I didn't have college test prep. I just happened to be really nerdy and smart and have really good grades and good SAT scores. Right. But someone came to Denver, Colorado to look for me. A Harvard recruiter flew to Denver, and I met up with her at the Village Inn restaurant and did a pre-interview to get to pull me into Harvard. I was pulled in, and the schools like Harvard and Yale that I got into affirmatively. Yes. And it was literally not saying we're going to take an unqualified person and put them in Harvard. Yes. We're going to take a very qualified person who we would never know existed and put them in Harvard. That's how I got there. That's how Ketanji got there. That's how Justice Jackson, I should say. Justice Jackson got there. It's how Clarence Thomas got there.
Right. So now, with that being said, this devil, again, he said what he said and said, you know, they implied that she stole a slot from a white person. Mind you, I think this cat, this devil, Charlie Kirk, I think he dropped out of community college. I just wanted to just make sure we pointed that out.
What do you mean stole?
That's what I wanted to talk about. Do you hear the rhetoric these devils are using? We stole something from them, Yarmok.
I'm saying, like, even if it was like 15 seats available, why couldn't, if it was that big of a deal, wouldn't, I mean, if that's like me having 15 seats in this class right now, right? Mm-hmm. And there's 300 people outside trying to get in the class, but 15 of them, I believe, is the best troopers. Mm-hmm. And I bring them into the class. But there happens to be another trooper that is just so outstanding. Why don't they just add another seat? I'm a little lost as far as the stole. I don't think that they can steal anything. I think Harvard didn't want that white person in. I think Harvard didn't allow that white person to get in because I know you're not going to argue policies. I know you're not going to argue rules.
Right.
Because how many rules and policies has Harvard broke since this institution has been established? Over 100.
Right.
Over 100. When they rape people in Harvard, those are policies and rules that are broken. It happens.
That's right.
It happens. You understand? It happens so that women can pass classes and become top lawyers.
Right.
If you don't believe me, look it up. Just look at the sex scandals that happen at Harvard, that happen at Yale. Just look it up. It happens everywhere in America because we're in America. But to the point, this sister, she didn't steal anything.
That's right.
She didn't steal nothing. She put her efforts into her scholastic education. Mm-hmm. That's what she did. She got good grades. She did something absolutely I would never do. She scored. Well, actually, I did kind of score high on the SAT, so I ain't gonna sell myself short. But she had good grades. It's something I didn't necessarily do. She went and she worked for something. And here's what you don't understand: she was better than any white boy you're thinking about that you claim she stole the seat of. She's better than him. She's better than him. She's more smart than him. And here's the thing you don't understand. She's smarter than all the rest of the white boys who had seats before her. And all the white girls and everybody who's before her. She is smart. I put her, I don't even know who this woman is. I put her against every Harvard student that was inside of her class. She's smarter than them. Mm-hmm. You understand why? Because she's black.
That's right.
And you may say that's bias. It's damn right. It's damn right bias. Why? Because her people came from 400 years of enslavement.
That's right.
Her people came from needing affirmative action and Jim Crow laws and oppression and driving while black and having to just be brutalized and humiliated because of the color of her skin. And somehow she still made it to Harvard? You telling me that a nigga made it into Harvard and he stole something? Let me tell you something, you devil. Let me tell you something that you don't quite understand because maybe you live underneath a rock. Maybe you haven't been in America for the past 400 years and you don't get this. Black niggas who steal get killed in America for stealing. They die for stealing in America by your laws. They die for taking things that isn't theirs. They die for marching. They die for fighting for peace. They died for fighting for inclusion and for equality in America. They died for that, and dogs sicked on them and hoes getting put on them. They died for that. This woman didn't steal a goddamn thing because if she stole it, she would be hanging from a tree like the rest of the niggas who you thought stole from you.
That's right.
That's what she would be. She didn't steal nothing, man. And let me tell you something. Them people at Harvard, they're smarter than you. You should listen You should listen to the white people. They're better than the man that you wanted to put in Harvard. Or
right.
I don't even understand what we're talking about right now. She didn't steal nothing. I hadn't even heard of this. How do you steal a seat in a class that the class picks for you to be in the seat? It doesn't even make sense. That's like if I decided to give my t-shirts out to everyone who comments and I pick who comments and then they say, oh, Dabawan stole because YAHANNA picked Dabawan to get a shut up.
Right.
I don't even know what else to say, man. I had a whole different thought process when I heard it, but that's just the truth.
That's a fact.
Come on, man.
No, you absolutely right, brother. She didn't steal a goddamn thing. As she expounded and explained, she was heavily qualified in affirmative action, which, by the way, has now been eradicated. So that's, there is no more affirmative action. So this sister who was qualified and was given an opportunity that she otherwise would not have had because of her race, where she was from, the school she went to, she would have been overlooked because everyone else would have gotten into Harvard by way of what? By way of legacy admissions. Either they went to Harvard or they went to the surrounding high schools near Harvard. That's another thing that happens, you know what I'm saying, where you might get special treatment. You know what I'm saying? Because you go, I mean, yo, Mark, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I'm not saying that everybody that goes to Word of God can go to state. I'm not saying that.
Man, that whole legacy shit is dumb. Even in these fraternities is dumb. What legacy do we have in America?
Right.
Like they hold on 1 second. Let me look up something. Do you
think? I got you. But yeah, it's like, a lot of times that can happen too, where you might get special treatment because, even check this out. I mean, with public universities, you get special treatment if you live in said state. You know what I'm saying? Your tuition will literally be cheaper if you go to NC State. It'll be cheaper if you are a North Carolina resident versus if you apply to be admitted to the school and you're from New Jersey or something like that. So, these things happen, and this sister is explaining what affirmative action really does. It's not, they made it seem like, okay, like, again, this could be to the oppressor. He's such a devil and a disgusting piece of garbage that any little advancement you get or any little opportunity you get to him is like, oh man, like he's being replaced. He's being mistreated. Now he's the slave because, he has to wait a little bit longer in line. He now feels like a slave because he can't get it as easy as he once got it when he was literally had you in chains. But that's not what happened. The sister was very qualified. She had top tier grades. She just went to a school that would have been overlooked because it's not a known school. She didn't go to some top tier prominent, prep school or something like that. You know what I mean? And that's what affirmative action was supposed to do. It was supposed to what? To help alleviate the biasness that was already there. Right? Because black people couldn't get, when we was in slavery, when was Harvard University
I'll Google it.
founded? Harvard University. I want to know when it was founded. There in racist Massachusetts.
September 8th, 1636 in Cambridge.
1636.
Cambridge, Massachusetts.
The Harvard University was founded in 1636. That is 200 And plus 230 years before slavery so-called ended. Then you had a thing called black codes. Then you had a thing called Jim Crow. Black people could not get into Harvard. I think the first Rhodes Scholar, the first black Rhodes Scholar was what is his name? I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But the first black Rhodes Scholar didn't come until like the 1920s or something like that. Right? So we couldn't get into those schools. It was we could like this again. This school was founded literally in the midst of slavery. We couldn't get into Yale. When was Yale founded? Let's find out. We're talking about American history. When was Yale founded?
October 9th, 1701.
1701. We're still in slavery. What about Columbia University? Let's see when Columbia. We're talking about Ivy League schools, right? Let's see when Columbia University was founded up in New York.
I think it was May 25th, 1754.
1754. I mean, damn, Officer Yarmak. All of these prominent schools that were founded literally when we were enslaved. So, of course, if we're enslaved, then we weren't allowed to be admitted to these schools.
Hold on, Salagia.
Go ahead, Yarmak.
Ooh. Now, I'm looking at the average cost to go to Columbia University. It says $82,584. That's before aid. It says after aid, the average cost is $12,830. What the fuck aid is they getting? What aid? Hold on,
brother.
Hold on,
brother.
Because I know my school is a private school. My school is a private white devil school. Mm-hmm. They don't get no, and their average cost is $43,000.
Mm-hmm.
So for it, let me do some math real quick. Let me do some Captain Thought real quick. So from 82,584, right, minus 12,836, we talking about $69,748, $70,000. What financial aid is taking away $70,000? Something ain't adding up.
Something is not adding up.
I went to multiple schools. I went to Johnson C. Smith. I went to what's that school in fucking North Dakota? I forget the name of the damn school. Forget the name of the school. It'll come to me. But I went to Johnson Smith, some school in North Dakota. Mayville State. Mayville State. Went to Barton College. Few schools. I ain't never had no financial aid that take because of their. I'm gonna put it like this: if there is financial aid that takes $70,000 off of your tuition, I should have just went to school everywhere for free.
Right.
I mean,
43,000
ain't nothing.
And here's my question: if the percentage, let me see something.
It's about 4%.
Harvard University,
4% acceptance rate.
I get the 4% acceptance rate.
Huh?
Check this out. Based on Harvard diversity statistics, 39.7% of Harvard University's enrolled student population is white. 13.7% of the population is Asian.
Okay.
9% of the population is Hispanic or Latino. 6.5% of the population is Black or African American. And 3.94% of the population identifies as having more than one race. 0.197% of the population is American Indian or Alaska Native.
Well, that's obvious because they killed all of them.
Of course. Imagine that.
Your Harvard founders killed the Native Indians, so that's obvious.
Right, absolutely.
So low.
But if Black people and Hispanics make up about only 10% of the population of the school, so you mean to tell me that all of those white people are getting financial aid to go to Harvard?
I thought that we was the poor ones. I thought we was the ones who was abusing the system.
Right. That's what I thought.
You getting on something heavy, Tabuan. I thought we needed the EBT and
Right.
the WIC.
I thought we needed the handout.
We needed it. They don't need it. I mean, obviously they have $80,000 for working at whatever job they have. They should just pay it.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have student loan debt. What do you mean debt? Debt for what? Niggas are in debt. What are you in debt? You mean to tell me you're on the same level as the people you enslaved? You on our level. You a white man and you with a nigga at a coffee shop. And they say, yeah, man, yes. The nigga say, yeah, I'm in debt. You know, student loans. I ain't never really had no good job. I made it to Harvard, but I haven't had a good job. And you a whole white man that came from being slave masters?
Right.
And you having the same conversation? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, me too. I'm in debt too.
Good night.
About $12,000. I'm in debt. I'm a whole white man. Damn. We on the same level, Thabo?
Even though, you know what, y'all, here's what I think. You know what?
What you got?
I don't think that they go into debt like us. You know why? Because I think the same way they get their legacy admissions, they got a nice job waiting for them when they graduate from Harvard.
You see, that's why
I think that financial aid, that money is going directly back into someone's pockets, is what I'm starting to think, my brother.
Them banks, they know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they understand that they not just gonna give a Pell. Because last time I checked, the Pell Grant was about $5,995 per semester. Last time I checked. So that doesn't quite cover $80,000, type of one. I mean, my math may not be correct.
No, let me get my phone. I think that's off by a couple of digits.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't even know how the hell you would start to apply for a student loan. What's the? Let's see, 80,000 minus 6,000. What's that, about 74,000 left?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't even know where you start to apply for a loan for $74,000.
Yeah, per year?
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking about, you know, throughout the course of your undergraduate, you know.
Nope, not all 4 years. We're talking about every year.
Each year?
Every year. $40,000 a semester. Every 4 months. That doesn't make sense. I mean, damn, 4 months for 40, that means you have to make what, $10,000 a month to pay for this? Even that is a scam in itself. You scamming your own damn people.
Good night. I don't know what the hell they got up at Harvard that's worth that much.
I don't either, but I
because last time I checked, brother, I googled Harvard class on YouTube the other day and I watched the whole lecture for free on the damn internet.
I don't know what they have in Harvard that's worth $80,000, but we do have something in the Israelite School of YAHANNA that's worth more than that. It's worth more than $80,000. And guess what? Here's the kicker. Here's what's going to kick you in the ass and
this is going to hurt him. Let me give you the solo.
The payment you have to get the information that is given by Commander General YAHANNA and Christ and the Lord in the Israelite School of YAHANNA is that all you have to be is Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian.
That's that legacy right there. We got legacy admissions too.
That's the legacy right there. And again, I looked at the definition of legacy. It says it's a long-lasting impact of particular events, actions, etc., that took place in the past or of a person's life. So even like you legacies and them fraternities and sororities and all of that, you thinking that you a legacy because what, your dad was a Q dog? That's a legacy? Because your grandfather was a Q dog or a Delta or AKA or some in some sorority? That's your legacy? Your legacy is very dim.
Right.
It's not long lasting. Your legacy is a legacy of slaves. That's the legacy that we have in America. I would offer a new legacy. A legacy where we don't attach our names to our oppressor.
That's right.
Where we don't attach our names to the Greeks. Where we don't attach our names to the Romans and the Russians and the Hawaiians and the Chinese. I would offer a legacy that is not built from scratch. but actually reacquainted through time and our history. I
That's
would
right.
attach our legacy back to Christ himself.
That's right.
I would attach our legacy back to Moses and the Samson and the Ezekiel and the Joseph and all of the priests and prophets of the Lord. I would attach King David, King Solomon. I would attach our legacy back to that instead of thinking that you got to create some legacy because you stomped the hardest or because you danced the best or because you went to some dumb school that is overly priced. At what point do we lose sensibility of being a human being? You in Walmart every day doing this. This cup $8. This cup full. That don't make sense. Let me go with the $4.
Right.
But when it comes to the acceptance of society, when it comes to what sounds good and the white man who's going to interview you, you'll pay extra to go to Harvard.
That's right.
You'll pay extra to go to Yale, not because the knowledge is any different. No one gives it. Let me tell you something. They don't learn nothing in Harvard.
That's right.
They don't know nothing. You know how they don't know nothing? Because when you go to your Harvard, do they smoke crack? Do they do cocaine in Harvard? What about Yale? Maybe not Yale. Do you think that they don't do cocaine in Harvard? You think they don't do drugs in Harvard? You think they're not crack addicts? Like the same crack addicts is on the street in Cornwallis? They're the exact same. Oh, double on, I'm lying. I'm sorry. They didn't just find cocaine in the White House.
Oh, no, that didn't happen.
They didn't just find cocaine in the White House. So where the hell you think you going? You think that you're going to go?
Where the hell you going?
What do you think you're doing? You think that because of your prestige and because of your education and because of your social status, what? You're going to outrun crack? You can't outrun crack.
That's right.
What you can do is run into the solitude and the fortitude of the Israelite school of UPK.
That's right.
Hispanic or Native Indian. That is what you can do. You can save your marriage by not being some disgusting woman like Keke Palmer. You can do that. You can be a strong brother and learn how to serve the Lord instead of joining some fake Israelite group wearing purple, beating up their own members, sleeping with transgenders. You can do that. You can leave the Christian church that has failed us for 400 years, the Muslim mosque that has failed us for 200 years. You can do that, and you can do it for free. You can do that for free. All it takes for you is to withstand your own selfish desires and your own selfish greed. Now, that to you may cost a lot. It may cost plenty for you to give up your lust. It may cost plenty for you to give up your desires for you. Well, brother, weigh the cost.
That's right.
Weigh it. Weigh the cost. Decide what is important in your life. Going to Harvard, blowing rod and smoking some crack pipe.
Good night.
Or being a brother in the Israelite school of UPK.
That's
that
right.
That I can love and that I could have glory in battle and go out and die for every week, Lord allow. I'd rather have that. I'd rather have that, One of you. If we went into a blanket state with the Lord right now, and the Lord asked YAHANNA whether you go to Harvard and be a Harvard graduate or just be some nigga that has the opportunity to die for his brother One every Saturday, and Captain Itak and Officer Mahayar and Ban Kiyal and Kowal and Yanazar and Maya Shah and Al Rock, I would choose to just die for them brothers every day. You kiss
That's right.
Status. You can go ahead and keep that. I'd rather live for my brothers every day, and the Lord allowed, than I die for them too. It'll be glorious as hell too, One. I promise you.
That's right. Damn
It'll
right.
be like what you've seen out in D.C. It'll be glorious.
Oh, we.
And I'd go proudly.
Most High in Christ.
I land my plane. Salaki.
No sweat, brother. Well said. You know we got to end it right there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think they want to go to 3 o'clock.
They might want to go to 3 o'clock, but Officer Tabawan can't go to 3. Officer Tabawan can't go to 3 o'clock. But no sweat. You know what I'm saying? All good, man. Y'all can catch us again the same time next week.
They at least want 3:45. They in here. Hey, type in the chat if you want us to go to 3 o'clock.
You said 3:45?
No, I said 2:45.
You said 3 by accident.
My bad, was Salaki. Type in the chat if you want us to go to 3 o'clock though.
Let's go. Let's push 2:45.
All right, we push 2:45.
Let's push 2:45. Let me pull up this story right here. Actually, no. Let's do this. Let let's do this. Let's do this. Hold up. Let's do this one. Let's do
I
this
got
one
one
here.
3 up in there. 3
Most High in
o'clock. Come
Christ.
on, hey, you can't keep the people wanting, man. Oh,
Hey,
let's put
come
that
on,
screen.
man.
Let's
Y'all
put that on
killing
the
me,
screen.
man. Hey, I can't. You know what I'm saying? The peoples. Got you. So we got another story here. It says, so this is what we're talking about the world right now, y'all. It says the U.S., the United States of America, old U.S. of A, sets a grim milestone with a new record for the deadliest 6 months of mass killings.
Hey, you see that on the
Damn.
screen? You see that
Hold
on the
up.
screen? Go to 3 o'clock.
Bro, how you gonna use my own channels?
Nah, look on the screen.
Oh, I see that one. I said okay, but then you got these other ones in here. You funny.
Nah, this not. The people said 3.
Hey, okay, all right. Well, I can't go against the people. 3 o'clock it is.
Most High in Christ. Let's get
Just
it.
don't get used to it.
Oh no, we're gonna
But
start
3
on
o'clock,
time.
3 o'clock it is. All right. So then let's go. All right, 3 o'clock. Most High in Christ. So we got a story right here. It says, let me get it up on the screen. Hold up. Bear with me. It says the U. And I'm gonna put it up on the screen. I might get a picture. Oh, there's a picture of a devil, a sad devil, on the school bus.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up.
One second. Just go ahead. I can hear you. Just go ahead and start reading about the shot.
Got you. It says the U.S. sets a grim milestone with a new record for the deadliest 6 months of mass killings. New York AP, Associated Press. Slain at the hands of strangers or gunned down by loved ones. Massacred in small towns and big cities, inside their own homes or outside in broad daylight. This year's unrelenting bloodshed across the United States has led to the grimmest of milestones. The deadliest 6 months of mass killings recorded since at least 2006. From January 1st to June 30th, the nation endured 28 mass killings, all but one of which involved guns. The death toll rose just about every week, a constant cycle of violence and grief. 6 months, 181 days, 28 mass killings, 140 victims, one country. What a ghastly milestone, said Brent Leatherwood, whose 3 children were in class at a private Christian school in Nashville on March 27th when a former student killed 3 children and 3 adults. You never think your family would be a part of a statistic like that. Leatherwood, a prominent Republican in a state that hasn't strengthened gun laws, believes something must be done to get guns out of the hands of people who might become violent. The shock of seeing the bloodshed strike so close to home has prompted him to speak out. Here's a quote. You may as well say Martians have landed, right? It's hard to wrap your mind around it, he said. A mass killing is defined as an occurrence when 4 or more people are slain, not including the assailant, within a 24-hour period. A database maintained by the Associated Press and USA Today in partnership with Northeastern University tracks this large-scale violence dating back to 2006. The 2023 milestone beat the previous record of 27 mass killings, which was only set in the second half of 2022. James Allen Fox, a criminology professor at Northeastern University, never imagined records like this when he began overseeing the database about 5 years ago. Here's a quote from him. We used to say there were 2 to 3 dozen a year, he said. The fact that there's 28 in half a year is a staggering statistic. But the chaos of the first 6 months of 2023 doesn't automatically doom the last 6 months. The remainder of the year could be calmer, despite more violence over the July 4th holiday weekend. Hopefully, it was just a blip, said Dr. Amy Barnhorst, a psychiatrist who is the associate director of the Violence Prevention Research Program at the University of California, Davis. There could be fewer killings later in 2023, or this could be part of a trend. but we won't know for some time. Officer Yarmak, every week we've been getting a lot of stories, about the killings, about the mass shootings. They're saying, well, it's a record. It hasn't been done since 2006, which, for me, absolutely represents a long time. Officer Thabawan, again, I'm showing my age. I ain't got no problem. I ain't no shame in my game. Officer Thabawan was in high school in 2006. And they're saying, well, it's possible it might slow down in the second half. What do you think? Do you think that this is just a short trend, or is this something we're going to see consistently for some time?
With the school shootings, right?
The shootings, the mass shootings in general, they've been all over the place.
The mass shootings is going to increase. It's going to rise.
That's right.
Right. All of the struggle, like the scriptures say, that we're going to live in privileged times, right? Perilous times, where things are just it's going to start to unfold itself. Things like America is not going to be able to control its country because of the people that they hurt through their policies. You just had a woman who was voted in office for being a Democrat and then went and changed to be a Republican. There are far left radical politicians and supporters who are upset with things like that happens. And you seen what they did at the at Capitol Hill, right? They're going to look at these stories and they're going to start to feel like America is going to fight against itself. And then even in the small parts, you're going to have mental disorders, mental diseases, enraged people that are going to go out and start committing mass acts of crime because, for one, America doesn't give a damn about the mentally disabled, about people living with mental disorders. Go to 3 o'clock. I hear you, sis. I'm gonna bring that out every time. We had the other. I don't know if there's a brother or sister that said that too. Neither. 3 o'clock. Come on, top one. Right, but America doesn't care and give aid to those who are living with mental illnesses, and so these people are going to start putting actions into their own hands. You got to imagine what these radicals feel like when they voted for a Democrat to be in office, and then then a Democrat gets elected and then turns into a Republican. That would make, I assume, any radical angry and upset. And everything that America has done and everything that they're doing, the policies that they're pushing, the changes that they're trying to make is going to make the communities or the people that they govern go mad and go crazy. And the true nature of America is going to show forth. And here's what America got to understand. When people go out and they like the white man who slaughtered those people in Buffalo, New York, right? When he goes out and he slaughters those men and women in Buffalo, New York, in that grocery store, and he writes reparations on the barrel of the AR-15, he is no different than what you did. He did nothing different than what you did to get this country, and that's why the scriptures say that good fruit cannot come forth from a bad tree. Everything that America did to get this country to gain its power was heinous. It was atrocious. And it was vindictive, and everything that they try to push today, it doesn't match up. America doesn't agree really with politics and with laws. They push that to try to keep the people in order, but really they don't, which is why a Democrat can change it to a Republican.
Right, exactly.
They don't agree. They agree with power, and America gets power by force. So when you see men and women go out here and they start committing mass acts of murder and atrocious crimes against America, what difference is it?
Are you on break?
What difference does it from the Civil War? What difference does it make?
Right.
You understand? There's nothing different. When you came to America, you committed the most heinous mass murders that the world has ever seen, killing 75 million Native Americans.
Right.
That's what you did. That's what when you was upset or you sought power, you got power by murdering.
That's right.
How do you think your co-constituents is going to act? Your constituents are those that you govern.
Right.
The white men that you govern, the people that you rule over. Well, they want something done. They want changes to be made and changes to be enacted and policies to be put in place. If they can't trust in the voting system, which is what you're doing, which is if you are America's government, to allow that woman to change and be a Republican, that was a terrible move.
That's
That
right.
was not a good move for you.
That's right.
Because if white radicals don't have trust that at least their little vote counts, then they gonna put their trust in their AR-15s.
That's right.
They're gonna put trust in their guns and in their weapons and in themselves, and they're gonna start losing trust in you. And then America is just gonna go to war with itself. And like I said, this is all biblical. This is all in the Bible. Everything that's happening is in the Bible. It spoke about in Matthew when the disciples asked about when Christ was coming back, and he said, "You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but be not troubled, for this is not the end." These
That's right.
things have to happen.
That's
You
right.
understand? So if you Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you hear about them storming the Capitol Hill. Like Captain Akkad said, the world in amazement. We at home saying, "Fuck it, raise it, tear it down."
Right. That's right.
Blow
That's
Capitol
right.
Hill up. I'm about to take a light shot to that.
Damn right.
Don't you've conformed, if you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you've conformed your heart to the emotions and feelings of America for long enough. You have tied your heart and your feelings with America's hurt, and you shouldn't do that no more. You should tie your feelings and your emotions to the hurt of your own people. Let America go through all this turmoil, all this destruction. And now, if you listening, if you not in the Israelite school of UPK, you not in class, you in the Christian church, you are going to be victimized by the ways of the world because you won't have righteous leadership. Dr. Juan, give me 1 second. I gotta break this down. You won't have righteous leadership, and I pray you listening. You won't know what to do. And we take it back thousands of years ago, right? Into the land of Egypt, back in the book of Exodus, when we was being oppressed by the Pharaoh and them Hamites, some Africans. When it was time for the Lord to free us, at first he sent what? He sent the plagues.
Right.
He sent the plagues to cause commotion and destruction on Egypt. And Egypt again today is America. And here we are again. And so the plagues came. And now we looking like, yo, what in the world is going on with the Egyptians? I thought that this was the greatest nation on earth. They fighting against each other. They getting plagues sent on them. Destruction is coming here. But then the Lord raised up Moses.
Right.
The
That's
Lord
right.
raised up Moses. And when Moses spoke to the Israelites, he gave them instructions on how to survive what was coming to Egypt. But when you read the Bible, it says that he spoke to the nation of Israel, meaning the Egyptians were not allowed to hear what Moses was saying.
Right.
They didn't hear it because the Lord was coming to kill the Egyptians. And so if you weren't with Moses, if you said Moses is in a cult, Moses, they raising up a cult, them Israelites over there. I'm about to go to the Egyptian worshiping. I'm
Right.
about to go worship Baal. You would have stayed with the Egyptians and you wouldn't have known to put the blood of a lamb on your doorpost and over your door. You wouldn't have known, and you would have died with the rest of the Egyptians. Now, here we are, 2023, and the same thing is happening. We living in perilous times. Correct me if I'm wrong on that word, Tabuan. But
Perilous.
perilous times. We living in a world that's is destroying itself from the inside out. They raising up on Capitol Hill, COVID-19, mass shootings, earthquakes in perilous places. Things like this is happening to America. And you seeing a nation that is getting ready to be destroyed. But if you are not with the Israelite school of UPK, in those classes where whites, none of these other nations are allowed to come into these schools, then you will not be able to get the instructions so that you could be able to survive what the Lord is bringing on America. And
That's right.
You're going to fall victim to what the Lord got for America the same way some of us fell victim to what the Lord had for Egypt.
That's
I
right.
don't know how plain I can put it. You look at all of the apocalyptic movies, all of the end of the time movies, all of the end of the world movies that you can watch. All of them people that's running away, they Christians. Because they didn't listen to the prophets that told them that it was time to come together, that it was time to come back into this body under Christ so that we could be protected from that. They didn't listen. And so you hearing this right now, you still decide to go inside the Christian church, to be inside some fake Israelite group, to be inside some Muslim mosque, listen to some imam, man. Like the Lord ain't against the Middle Easterns, man. Like the Lord ain't say he was going to bring destruction in the battle of Jehoshaphat, which is in the Middle East. If you still listening to them fake religions and them false religions, not listening to your husband, listening to your oppressor, celebrating the 4th of July and Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and your birthday, you still doing them things, man, then you are setting yourself up for failure.
That's right.
Up to fail and this exodus that the Lord gonna bring us up out of, man, and this slavery that the Lord gonna bring us up out of. You setting yourself up for failure, man. And here we are, just like the time of Noah. And I'm gonna land on this. Just like the time of Noah, we telling y'all to get in the class, to change your life, to stop smoking weed, to stop selling drugs, to stop kissing your brother in the mouth. Stop living that life, man. Stop dressing half naked for the world to see, knowing that you got a man at home. Stop doing the things that you doing if you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, and come together as the Lord taught us to, man.
That's right.
He taught us to, man. Otherwise, you understand, one day it's going to start raining.
That's right.
And right now, these mass shootings, these plagues, these COVID-19, all of that is the rain.
That's right.
Raining. It's raining on America right now. And of course, just like back in the day of the time of Noah, when it rained for one day, you thought it was just an average storm.
That's right.
You thought it was just another rainy day.
Right.
But then it's going to rain for 2 days.
That's right.
Then it's going to rain for 3. And eventually it rained for months. And then the earth was uninhabitable. And the only place you could have been was the truth. And the truth is where Noah said it was.
That's right.
Was. And
That's
the
right.
Today is where Commander General YAHANNA say the truth is, man. And the Israelite school of UPK, under Commander General YAHANNA, under Christ, under the overwatch of the Lord Yahweh in the Hebrew. That's what the truth is today. And if you ain't in that, then, you know, I hope you can swim.
That's right.
I hope you dodge bullets very well. This ain't the Matrix, though.
That's
you
right.
Ain't the one. I land my plane.
Well said, brother. I know everybody wanted us to take it to 3 o'clock, but we took it to 2:56, and I think that's pretty tawab. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, y'all, I can't top that. You know what I'm saying? I can't top that. What he said, as per usual. Oh, like Captain, shout out to Captain of 10,000. You go up, Shalom on the one. How about you? Like Captain you go up said, that's heavy metal. That's heavy metal. We gotta leave it right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, the water to everybody for tuning in. Shout out to Yashar Banath. Shout out to the Wa sisters, the Wa. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nadayab. Shout out, who else we got? Shout out to the sister.
Wait,
am I saying?
Here?
Kyan.
Where's she at?
Oh no, I'm tripping. Hold on. Bro, that the name keeps messing me up, bro.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, Sister Shay, I got you.
Salakia, Sister Shay, right? Shout out to, I'm about to say, is it Tati?
Tati, yeah, Khan.
Shout out to the sister Tati. Shout out, who else we got up in here? Jonesy. I'm not sure who that is, but Shalom. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're a brother or a sister. Who else we got? I think that's young man
Lorenzo.
Shalom. How about Shout out to young man Lorenzo. Illuminati Radio, you need a better name. And you got to stop saying a higher, but you know what I'm saying? But still, the water for coming through and kicking it with us. Shout out to Officer 5000 Iraq. Shout out to the sister Tina Evans. Who else we got up in here, man? Shout out to my brother Officer 500 Yanazar. Shout out to Officer Iowa Baka Hun.
Nadiyab.
I think that's a troll, so I'm gonna leave that alone. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's. I don't know who Hawad Tuval. I don't know who that is. That might be a brother. Maybe your name on Facebook might just be different than your Hebrew name or something. You know what I mean? But again, the water to everybody for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. We're gonna be back next time. You know what I'm saying? Next week, same time, same place, 12 p.m. every Friday. Chain Breakers Podcast. Captain Yagar Wap. Officer Kawal, Officer Yarmag, and myself, Officer of 1,000 Thabawan. You know what I mean? If y'all got any questions or whatever, y'all can submit them. Chainbreakerspodcast@gmail.com. Y'all want to hit us up, you can hit us up at our individual Facebooks, or you can go to chainbreakerspodcast@gmail.com, or go to the Chainbreaker Instagram, Chainbreakers on YouTube as well. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you pay your tithes, all that good stuff. Yarmag, you got something before we head out?
Yeah, this javelin raffles going out. Send in your dollar for your raffle entries. We're gonna announce the winner next Friday during the Chainbreakers podcast. That's about it.
Damn right. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We'll see y'all next week. To the brothers, we say shalom. Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shah, Barakathah, Barakathum, Salaki. And to the sisters, Yahweh Shamar, Allah.